Yeah.
We need the sound effects.
Yeah, I do that.
You get your soundboard.
Yeah, I'm eventually going
Master
to
Flex.
Right. Just had the horns just going. Yes, indeed. We have the official first episode of Say That Again podcast. Welcome on in. Woo! Yes, I need to go ahead and get my soundboard together. I need to go have it together. But yes, y'all, we here. I am your girl, Miss Pinky 313, as you already know. Some of y'all, Auntie Pinky, you know, yeah.
Mama,
And I got
Pinky.
my Mama Pinky, right. And I have my co-hosts here, my friends, my family. A bit of fun.
That's me.
ZiggyTheBeast.
That's me.
Look at
He come. He didn't see how I did. He was like, I can fix that.
right.
Yeah, so, there we go.
Right. And our special guest for the evening. Good evening. My partner manager for AIM controllers and also GA we call it GA, Gamer Advantage. Brendan. Yes. We have Brendan. And how do you pronounce it? I don't want to butcher it. I should ask you.
Oh, it's butcherable. Don't worry. Even my first name, I'm usually called Brandon, whatever. So, but
Right.
yeah.
I'm like, it's Brendan.
It's not
It's
Brendan. It's not Brendan.
We would pink finger up. Brendan. Right.
Brendan. 1 million.
Like Myers
Brendans.
back in the day.
Right.
Yeah, you guys can call me Brendan, whatever you guys want.
Brendan. Big Bucks Brandon.
Big Bucks Brendan, I like
Right.
it. Small Bucks Brendan. We're gonna get to Big Bucks Brendan, but
Yeah.
right now it's microscopic
Brendan.
Bucks.
Right. Right, hold on. Do it this way. Brendan, yes.
Super Saiyan thing.
You're right. But yes. Welcome in, everybody. So we have a lot to talk about. As we stated already, partnerships. We need to talk about these partnerships because everybody want them, right? Everybody trying to get them all like Pokemon.
And everyone say, no one tells me anything. I don't know. So
No one told me anything. I was there. I seen the tweet.
Let's debunk it all. Let's
which is partially true. It is hard to find a lot of information.
It is.
Pinky had this idea to put everything together, and here we are.
You, the people.
Yes. Because I know y'all be knocking at our doors and, you know what I'm saying, still doing whatever you want to do, but we gonna get you together today. But yes, we're going to talk about partnerships, the differences between partnerships, affiliateships, and sponsorships, because there's a lot of people that don't know the difference between them. One that I think personally that we should kind of steer away from, but if it's for you, it's for you. The do's and don'ts, the horror stories, the good, the bad, and the ugly. All of that. So it'll be answered. So, but yeah, before we get started, Brendan, yes, tell us about you. How did you get into this space, first of all? Like, because I know that you just don't wake up and say, hey, I want to be a partnership manager, you know?
Kind of no. A little bit of that, but realistically, you know, I've been working with AIM for a little over 2 years now. I've been working with GA for about 3 months now. Started in the gaming space with AIM controllers. I worked for a company in the past, so I worked for sports supplement companies way in the past, you know, before gaming. And I worked for one of the largest. It was a company called Glambia. They basically, if you ever took a protein shake, it was one of theirs. So they sold Optum Nutrition, BSN, IsoPure, any of the top names they sold. Every slice of they basically, long story short, they own like cows over in Ireland.
Okay.
So if you've ever eaten McDonald's, you've eaten something from Glambia, because every slice of cheese that was on McDonald's came from this company. So it was the biggest company in the industry, and I helped with territory managing and then signing some talent in a smaller capacity, but just a capacity. So Left that, went to kind of corporate America, worked for a company called ADP. You guys have probably been paid by them eventually at some point. In ADP on a paycheck. It was great. Pandemic hit, shut down small businesses. That was my focus. So it was kind of like a year later, I was like, what am I doing here? Spinning my wheels. I knew the owner of AIM from working in sports supplements in the past. He worked as well. We reconnected. I started playing video games again, and just kind of morphed into it. I was working the trade shows where we met at PAX. And I was doing a lot of trade shows, but once the pandemic hit, it was like no trade shows to do.
Right.
What do you want me to do now? You know, kind of like, what am I doing? So I said, hey, I've done this in the past. You know, I've worked with partners in the past. Is that something I could build for you guys? They didn't really have a program set up, and they were like, go for it. And now 2.5 years later, you know, for AIM specifically, it's a good portion of business. We have over 250 different content creators, all different backgrounds. GA been 3 months, so we've got about I personally manage about 35 and growing. So that's kind of how I got into it. It really kind of was a little bit of like, I know I've done this in the past, but like, can I do this now? You know, like, and it really worked out. You know, it was a little bit of a learning curve. Like anything, but you know, it's now growing into something that's very substantial, and I'm slowly trying to grow a name for myself. And again, appreciate you guys that grabbed me up. Yeah,
because like I said, you have grown into a name. Like I see you on social media all the time. I'm like, yes, Brandon, go off.
I'm trying. I was talking to you guys earlier, like, but prior to Twitter, like, I don't think I posted anything on Instagram for like it's 5 years maybe. I just kind of like, I do my work, I work hard, I work a lot of hours, but I just gotta stay in the back. And I always networked on LinkedIn, and I'm sure you guys are, you know, on LinkedIn and all that. But I call it the boomer network, man. It's like where it's where tweets go to die. Like, give me a break, you old people. So like now it's like, all right, I'm starting to get on Twitter and being more active about it, and I could see the, you know, whether you're a content creator, whether you're doing anything really, networking is so important. It's something I did in the past, but just not to this extent.
Right,
where your career is networking, you know,
what it is.
That's what, like 90% of it, because I tell people all the time, like, networking in this field anyway is very, very much important, because you know, you want to talk to different companies, different brands, different partner managers, you know, directors, producers. You have to be able to talk.
Yeah, and even between your guys' self, like I work with a lot of creators who they're like, man, you know, I'm really good at the game, but maybe I don't know who to reach out to. Reach out to this person; they're easygoing, and it's like breaking down a barrier. Like, you may be a little nervous at first to be like, oh, X so and so creator, you're a little bit bigger than me. I'd love to play with you. Just ask them. Most of the time, everyone's like pretty chill. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kind of like, all right, cool, let's play.
Yeah, because I think we've all had that moment where we're like, I don't know if I want to talk to so and so because I'm scared. You know, not scared, but you know, kind of nervous or whatever like that. Because
I'm about to get blacklisted if I if I open my mouth about this. I'll keep it to myself.
Right.
There's no wrong steps I feel like you can take in this industry. It's a growing industry. I think the beautiful thing about it is, I think in the next couple of years you're gonna see it. It's big now, and you're gonna see it just absolutely
just blow up.
How many of you subscribe to cable right now?
I haven't had cable in years.
I think the only reason why we have it is because it's in with our internet package.
The package, right? But no, you know what I mean? It's like cable's like our parent stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, and this is what people are watching nowadays. People are going on more streaming, more. All right, I'm watching Netflix, Hulu, XYZ, and they're watching content creators. So I think it's just the beginning. I think it's beautiful.
Get these Roku channels.
These
Roku channels.
Because even when I forgot when it was, but we went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I remember seeing like soccer and basketball, and I think it was like football, and then I seen like League of Legends. I was like, yes,
at Buffalo Wild Wings, That's
Yeah.
crazy.
We're on the screen. Yes. So I'll never forget that. I was like, this is dope. It's becoming more and more mainstream. It's not like a taboo, especially like for us adults, grown folks, you know, like I keep telling people that we created games. If you remember, you know, we had Super Nintendos, Sega Genesis, you know, all of that. And now we're grown adults. We still love games, still play them and everything like that. So it shouldn't be no negative, you know, stigma against it, you know, as an adult playing video games. So
My and if you don't, I know I'm talking a lot right now, but my sister-in-law the other day, and didn't say it out of malice. She's just like, video games. And I said, all right, let me ask you a question. You watch TV? Yeah, of course we watch. Do you watch a series? Yeah. Now imagine you could take that series, but you're the actor. You're the person determining the fate of that character. That you're interactive, right? Okay, there's some nights, listen, I get it. I want to sit back and just watch some TV and just kind of chill out, or you watch a great movie. But you know what? Being able to control it's a controllable TV show. You're making fun of me for actually interacting with the TV show.
Right.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Exactly.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of people's favorite shows are based off video games. Everybody's like, "Oh, The Witcher is so good." It's like, that's a video game. That it was a book, but it is a video game as well. So they took the book, made it interactive, and now you can watch it in a different format now. So it's there.
There's gonna be more of that too, guaranteed.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
The Last of Us is coming out on HBO.
Halo just had their season.
Halo.
What was that? Uncharted. I know a lot of people watch Uncharted and didn't even think about it as a move or a video game. They just seen it as a movie.
I enjoyed it when I went to go see it too. It was
good.
Yeah, the Sonic movies killing it.
Yep. What else? The Tom Clancy movie that came on Amazon. Oh, with Michael B. Jordan in it.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
That's a new one, though, right?
that came out last year. I think
last year.
It was last year, but it was before September because we watched it in the house before the tree fell on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like early last year.
Okay.
I know there was one with Chris Pratt. Maybe it wasn't Tom Clancy, but I like Michael B. Jordan. I guess I missed that one. He's a good-looking guy. I'm married, but he's a good-looking guy. Can't deny it.
Just saying.
Right.
Well, some people are saying BioShock, so that's a good.
BioShock. Yeah,
that'd be a great TV show or movie.
It's coming out.
Yeah. So the next question is what are your top do's and don'ts when it comes to branding? Because so this question kind of came from the Twitter post that I mentioned to you that I seen. I was like, yep, ready, come on on them. We got to talk about this. So I know it's a lot when it comes to people like, you know, either tweeting towards you or DMing you and about certain things and stuff, but
it's okay to say begging. You can say begging.
Yeah.
You can say begging. We've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it. and it's personally a pet peeve for me because why would you come to this person that's very busy, obviously, very, very much busy, right? And you personally don't have any content on your social media. You barely have content on your stream, whether it be Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, whatever the case may be. You don't promote yourself on your social media. The only thing that you have is I'm going live, and that's it. But I'm wanting a partnership. Like, so what are your do's and don'ts?
So, I mean, the first thing I'll say to that is like, yeah, you're right. There are plenty of people who do that, but I don't necessarily think it's the wrongest thing because you know what? This industry sometimes, like I'm 37, I'm 36, I'm gonna be 37 soon. I've had a lot of life experience and possibly more than some of these content creators who are on the younger side, 20, 21. So to me, if they're maybe doing that and like you said, right, they don't have that content to back it up. I personally, there's going to be partnership managers that are going to not respond. I try to respond to as many people as possible. and I'll try to give you that goal or say, hey, these are the areas that I see. Now, I never want to come off negative or like I know more
Right.
than anybody else, because at the
Mhm.
end of the day, we're I may not,
Yeah, yeah.
you may have an experience in some area, but yeah,
Mhm.
being able to showcase who you are. Like personally, what I look at is, yeah, you got to have content, you got to be
Mhm.
marketable
Mhm.
in some way, you got to be growing.
Mhm.
Growth is a big thing, because
Mhm.
all right, yeah, there's the Nick Mercs of the world, and everyone wants to sign that person and get a big name, but there's a lot of people that are still growing, and that I find out, I work with, and I say, oh, okay, this person reached out, and I look at their
Mhm.
stuff, and I see there's potential there, and I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, this person, I'm gonna invest in this person now, because later they're
Mhm.
going to most likely, from what I see, blow up.
Yeah.
I do think it's, anybody can ever reach out personally to me. You can always reach out and say, hey, I'd love a partnership. What do I need to do? And I'll try my best to steer you in the right direction. And sometimes that content may be what you're going for. Sometimes it may not.
Mhm.
The best thing you can do is just reach out, couple, make it short and sweet. Don't make anything too long. Don't make anything
Mhm.
too short. Give me a
Mhm.
tiny bit who you are. I've grown X amount in the last 3 months.
Mhm.
This is my viewer count. This is what I stream.
Mhm.
And please check out my socials. It's a
Okay.
real simple message. If you message me that, it shows that you're taking the time, that you care.
Mhm.
Um, when it's, hey, I'll get messages all the time. Hey, I want a partnership. I want a Lamborghini. I'm not going to walk into a Lamborghini and just I want a Lamborghini. I'm going to be thrown
Right.
out on my ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you're right. Like, give me a little bit of something, and I'm happy to tell those people, hey, I'll check your
Mhm.
stuff out, but this is what you got to focus on. But just give me a little bit about yourself. Give me the
Yeah.
growth that you have. A brand wants to invest in people that are growing. And
Mhm.
it's not even necessarily what a partner manager wants. It's really, you're getting the what the brand wants, and
Yeah.
then that's disseminated. Now it's okay. I'm gonna go look for people.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Um, but there's people like, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Ryda on Facebook.
Yeah.
He's a
Mhm.
Warzone content creator. We started
Mhm.
working together. He had 30 or 20 CCV. Not the biggest creator, but I said,
Yeah.
man, I see something about this guy. He's good at the
Mhm.
game, and he's got that about him.
Yeah.
Now
Mhm.
he's got about 1,000 CCV on Facebook, and it was
Mhm.
maybe a year before we start working together.
Mhm.
Um, so you don't have to be. I guess my point of the thing is, you don't have to be the biggest content creator. Just give me a
Right.
little bit. Let me I always watch everyone. Just if you're gonna apply, I'm gonna watch 15, 20 minutes of 2 or 3 streams to make sure
Mhm.
that you're not,
Yeah.
positivity for me, inclusiveness, being
Mhm.
someone who can be friends with, any group of people, and is very
Mhm.
inclusive
Mhm.
and forward thinking. That
Mhm.
plays a big part, because we've had people come up and say, hey, I want a partnership, and they're just very negative, and
Yeah.
and they're big, they
Toxic.
got numbers, and it's just
Mhm.
not going to be good for me. It's not what I personally believe in.
Right.
um so yeah, come up, give me, hey, this is who I am. I've grown this much in the last 90 days.
Mhm.
Here's my streaming pages, here's my CCV. Would love to talk to you a little bit more about it. That'll give me, okay, this person cares, this person's taking
Mhm.
the time to give me some information, and then if they're giving me that time, I'm gonna invest a little bit of time making sure I at least do my due diligence to look through everything, and see if it's a
Right.
partnership, and get back to you. If it's not, hey, we're not there today. I love the content. Here's where we got to go with it.
Mhm.
Here's what I would love to see. And, and
Yeah.
hopefully it gives people a direction.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Now you mentioned about marketing and growth, and I know Ziggy, he does marketing, so I want to kind of
Mhm.
dabble in your brain a little bit, Ziggy, as far as like the marketing aspect. Like,
Mhm.
do you have any suggestions? As far as like how people can market themselves.
Yeah. So what we always try to tell people is take time into what you're doing. Think about it. Try not to do something that a lot of people are doing. I know it's kind of easy to say, but
Mhm.
like, anybody could just Google something and get clip art, and that's a logo. But for me,
Yeah.
like I know everyone has their own opinions. For me, and I know even 8-Bit has said it before, if you can possibly try to get someone to actually design, even if it's something simple, just get something simply made. Not saying you have to, break the bank or anything, but just get a simple logo that speaks to you and your brand. And that's what I usually tell people in terms of branding, because then that lets other people know that you're pretty serious about it.
Right. Because I know me and 8-Bit, we tired of those same old esport logos.
What you talking about, Pink? Man, everybody loves the bright colors and the little silhouette, the little sharks, the shark with the curve, just look, and the lion head. We love that, man. Come on.
There is no diversity in that joint. Everybody got. I remember. I think it had to be on Twitter. And you know how sometimes Twitter just suggests like people to you because you follow certain. Two people had the same logo but just different.
Yeah, it was just flip flop the other way.
Yeah,
the color. He was like,
I mean, and it's. Oh, I guess if you ball on a budget, I'm not hating.
Yeah.
However, just for that moment, and then please, as you grow, let your brand grow with you. Just don't stay in that same. Growth bubble, I guess you can say. Just please expand. But yeah, I totally agree, because personal story of mine, how I started out with GA, beginning of, let's see, this is 22, so 21, in January, I had messaged Brian. And because I always look for the highest, or at least try to get somewhere, to a higher person that's in the company.
Yeah.
And I came across Brian, and I messaged him, I think via DMs on Twitter. And I said, hey, I'm Miss Me 313. This is my brand. I, just had like a short, cute, spill and whatever like that. And I told him, I said, I really love the brand. I'm blind myself, so I need some glasses. I try to make it cute and, funny and stuff, relatable and stuff. And I told him, I said, and the best thing too, you guys are in Detroit. I'm Detroit. We're to Detroit. Let's just make it happen, And he said, okay, well, let me do something and I'll get back with you. A month passed and I'll say, hey, Ryan, it's me again. I'll say, can we talk and stuff like that? And he said, I'm kind of busy right now, but I promise to get back with you, yada, yada. And I think 2 months passed. Hey, Ryan, it's me again.
Send her the paperwork.
Yeah. So I was really on it. Like, he didn't tell me anything that my brand was bad or anything, or my numbers or anything like that. I'm guessing maybe he was busy at the time or whatever, but I took that as I need to work on me a little bit more. So I was like, I need to be on it. I need to work a little bit more. I need to work on my brand, keep it going, keep it strong. And I think it was November. He was like, let's make it happen. I said, yes. And my hard work paid off. December 21, I became an official Gamer Advantage partner.
You know the date. There you go.
Oh yeah, I keep my dates because I'm very proud of everything that I've accomplished so far. Because I've been content creating since 2016, so I've been on the up. I have not like just fell off or anything like that, because I'm very serious about my company, my brand. Look,
didn't fall off. Must be nice.
You ain't never fall off. You just had a tree fall.
Well, I had some tough times.
That's different. You just had a tree and it falls.
So with reaching out to Brian, like you definitely did, like in my opinion, I think you did a great thing. Maybe what he should have done is then pivoted you. But if you're not getting anywhere, like to be honest, like he's the CEO.
Yeah.
So he's up here looking top down, and he's like, all right, I got a billion things to do, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
It's also good, I think, to then ask, hey, I know you're busy. Who then should I, is it still appropriate? Should I keep reaching out to you, X, Y, Z? And this goes for other people out there, just like, if you're reaching out to somebody, maybe they're not getting back to you, ask them, be direct. hey,
Right.
I you know, I totally get it. You know, maybe your time's valuable and XYZ, but if you're not the right person, then who can I direct that to?
Yeah.
Never feel like you're, unless you're like, there are people out there that message me like almost hourly till I respond. And it's like, my God, it's Saturday. Please let me have some time with my family.
Right, right.
But don't be afraid to, you know, hey, every week check in, and if you're not getting a response you want, hey, you know, I just would love, you know, okay, it seems like maybe XYZ. Can you know, show me who else to reach out to?
Yeah.
It worked out in your case, but just for other people out there, because there may be a CEO who's not going to be as responsive as Brian, who's amazing.
Yeah, he is.
You know, with Gamer Advantage, and just hey, who should I direct my question to? If it's not you, who should it go to?
Yeah. Because I always look at Twitter bios. If it says partnership manager, that's the person who you want to talk to. Community managers, that's the person you want to talk to. In regards of whatever, you know, company or brand that you may want to work with or collab with. Yeah.
And then there's me. I just made a video about Gamer Advantage and got Twitter messages and was like, I guess.
There's no wrong way to really, like, you know, as long as you're approaching the brand in a like, if you made a video and I didn't see it, but if you made a video and like went out of your way to do that, that's gonna take, like, if it was me, I'm gonna take the time to watch it, but I like this dude, he's taking time, or this, you know, whoever, they're taking time to do something proactive. It's showing. If you show me you want to be invested and you're with this brand, man, if you're going to make a video just to be with us, you're going to make 10 videos when you're with us about the product. So that speaks a lot louder than maybe just a
message. Yeah. Because a lot of people, they don't think about the creative side of getting someone's attention. You know, that's the key. Getting how do I get this person attention? You know. How do I yell out, I want to be a part?
I was not doing it for that. I was making fun of the people I've seen in the group thread, and I was just like, I did not expect this at all. I was just doing this for fun. But okay, yeah, you know what? It worked. It worked. I am a content creator. Yes.
And you should never be scared to like reach out to a company or like, even if you're in the even if you started tomorrow. You started tomorrow, right? It's my first day streaming. I want to be partner with you guys. I love your company. Where do I need to go? What do I need to be? Why? There's nothing nervous. You know, they're either going to respond to you, they're not. A company like my, you know, AIM or Gamer Advantage, we're gonna, you know, hey, this is the direction you need to go. Don't be scared. Like, just do it, man. We're floating on a ball through the middle of space. What could go wrong? There's nothing. You know, just take a shot. What are we doing?
I always say that the worst thing that could ever be said is a no, and it's not gonna harm you, it's not gonna kill you, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna live to see the next day, like you'll be fine, you know.
And it's always no if you don't ask, so at least you'll know if you do ask.
100%. 100%.
Exactly.
One of our content creators loves Bree Easy. She loves Kyle, Super Duper Kyle. You guys listen to his music?
King Wavy.
Yeah. I love a couple of his songs. I don't listen to the whole thing, but I love the guy. I love his attitude and everything. So she was like, "Oh, I want to get Kyle to follow me." So I have access. I don't do the social media, but I have access to the AIM social media. And I went on there and I said, "Kyle, make it controller if you just follow her back." He was like, "No worries, I just follow her back." And you know, we could have just been like, "Nah, no way, this guy's gonna follow back." I'm it's a little tiny account compared to what he is.
Right.
On there and just shot out the message. I was like, "There's no shot this is happening," and it happened. Yeah, I would have never known if I didn't do it.
I'm gonna have to try that with Anita Baker.
Mariah Carey.
You let me know.
Mariah Carey.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Nope. Don't do that.
John Cena.
Man, he followed back when I was hurt. I was like, I can't get John Cena follow. All right.
He's got a funky Instagram account. It's just never what you expect, but I love it.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, you mentioned that you do stream, so I don't want to pass that up. So I was in his stream. What were you playing? Was that Apex or was it
me? Yeah, Apex. But you're talking about me, right?
Yeah, it was Apex. Yeah.
Apex. Playing poorly. Yes.
No, it was actually good, y'all. It
You
wasn't
didn't
that
see
bad.
me.
Let's see. Let me guess. Brendan is in. I'm gonna go with Octane.
No.
All Father, give me sight.
That's my joint. Yeah.
No, I like Bangalore. Pathfinder.
Okay.
I've just been messing around with Ash.
Oh, how you like playing with Ash?
I actually like her. She's probably top 3. Pathfinder's probably top 1. Bangalore. Yeah, Bangalore. Or most kills with Bangalore.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? I don't know. I just like I played a lot on Xbox. Unlocked like every character. Switched over to PC. And then like I was like, there's no cross progression, I guess. So
nope. You start over.
Yeah.
Started over. And then I was like, I'm not paying more. Because I unlocked all the characters just by playing for Xbox.
Right.
Years of just grinding out. It was my first battle royale. Then I went to PlayStation. I'm not paying money for this. You know what I mean? It's a free game. I'm just gonna download and have fun. So I started playing with Bangalore. I never played with her, and I was like, okay, I like her. Always liked Pathfinder. But now I bought the battle pass for like $50, and I was like, all right, screw it. Now I'm
all right, here we go. I'm here.
Right. We're here now, right?
Not Octane. Caustic, the guy who throws down the trash.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Caustic? Yeah, he's good too.
You throw down them stank tanks. I call
bombs.
them.
Yeah.
Stank bombs.
I used to hate that because I like, instead of the battle royale, I like the what's the 3v3
the arenas.
Arenas. Oh, I love the arenas, and them damn stank bombs all the time.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah, I kind of, I don't know. I'm not good at those kind of games, so I leave it to Pinky.
What do you play, Ziggy?
I play mainly like PvE games like Division, Borderlands, Tiny Tina.
Oh yeah.
Games like that.
He got me on that stuff. Yeah.
That's kind of my wave.
I'll be honest, I feel like that's my way, but I feel like I need to play competitive games if I ever stream. Like COD, I'm okay at. Apex is like, really,
you throw Destiny in there as well.
Y'all and y'all guns. Straight weep over here. JRPGs and robots. Let's go.
Oh yeah, man, we played a PvE version of that. We played Xenoverse 2.
Hey man, straight hands.
Straight Kamehamehas to the face.
I have that's the Dragon Ball Z game. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I have one on PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
The Budokai Tenkaichis.
But actually, Ben, since you brought it up, and we talking about branding and partnerships, you want to talk about? I know you what you've.
What?
Bandai.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No, you got to.
I'm like, wait, what? What you want me to say? What you want me to say?
He's like, I'll
give advice? What you want me to give advice? Or want to give me?
Well, yeah, just kind of talk about how you came across with the Bandai.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one, never be afraid to play games that nobody else play, especially when they're doing like, hey, we got new things coming forward and you're one of the only people that play the game right now, or you're one of the most energetic people that plays the game right now. That's not toxic. So that's how I got in contact with Bandai. They came through looking for creators that's currently playing one of their games, and I just so happened to check all the boxes for what they were looking for. So they gave me an activation. It was like, hey, would you like to play this game for a review? I'm not turning down a free game, especially when it's Gundam, because that's my thing. That's So I got to play the game, give a review before it came out, and I'm not an official partner, but they know my name. They reach out if there's opportunities that they could use or feel important, and I've worked with them 3 times now. And they asked me to do a speed run for them last time, because that's my thing. I have one of like the best Gundam games ever. I have the world record for it. So they were like, hey, we want to do an event that's timed. You know how to do this. Let's talk. Help us figure it out.
Right.
So,
help us.
And we will help you.
Right. In return, right.
Yeah. So that's what I look for with a partnership. Like, I know there's a bunch of creators, but if it's something that you like, or if it's something that you actually enjoy doing, I always kind of lean towards the non-pro games, or the high volume games. I stick in the back skirts of Twitch where it's like, hey, no one's playing this, but I like it.
You know what? I think it speaks to, like, you gotta do what you like. You just gotta be who you are and do what you like. And in this, it's, life's too short, and do what it is. And we have a creator on the AIM side. I just signed her, but we've talked for a while. Shea Bala. She plays Rogue Company, and now she's featured on the actual game. Like, if you're playing it, like, in the loading screen, it's like, hey, check out her Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Rogue Company's not the biggest game, but it's still, came out, and it's there, and she stuck with it, and now she's being featured. Like, imagine being featured on a game's, home screen.
Yes.
Wow. It's absolutely
I'm so proud of her. Like,
sounds like you're gonna be there.
We talk and stuff. I'm so proud of her. I really am. When I see that, I was like, yes, Shay.
and I love it that she's in New York, because not many content creators. I'm in New York myself, so not many content creators are in New York. She's in, I think, Brooklyn or Queens.
Because I know she moved there. Yeah.
But it's just cool to see. So I was like, all right, New York, I got you. Don't worry.
Right.
Big
got you, homie. Right. And I know Zig. He has the Ubisoft. He's a part of the Ubisoft Creator Program. And I know you were kind of nervous about, doing that. And I was like, no, Ziggy, do it now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And from the feedback that they said was that, I play a lot of PvE games, and I play a lot of games that are not Siege or not Far Cry. Like, I play Mario versus Rabbids, which is an Ubisoft game on my Switch. I play Division. I play some of the other games. So that was one of the things that they were looking for and looking to push, especially when they get everything rolling soon. So that was my feedback.
Yeah.
So that kind of, I guess, kind of falls in line with what A-Bit said. Now that I think about it, is people do love the popular games, but don't be afraid to stream games that aren't as popular,
right?
Because you might be afraid of the numbers.
So the community within that.
Exactly.
Ziggy, did you play I think it was Assassin's Creed that just came out with the Valhalla? That was Ubisoft, right?
Yeah, that's Ubisoft as well. I'm honestly not a big Assassin's Creed guy. The games I don't know, they're too long, or
they lost me after 2, and then it was
lost me a little bit.
They kept coming out every year, and it was like,
I think that might have been what it was.
Where we going? Yeah, 1 year's a Civil War, 1 year we're back.
Yeah, I got lost. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm big on Ghost Recon. That was another one I played. Played Wildlands and Breakpoint. I won another Splinter Cell. That was another game I played a lot on when I had my 360. Splinter Cell, and so I honestly didn't know how many Ubisoft games I played until I started checking off the games on the box.
And you're like, all right.
Yeah,
I didn't know I played all these games.
They thought you were exclusive. That's
right.
He's exclusive with us. There's no way he's not going to play another game.
Even like we play sometimes we play Just Dance in the living room. That's Ubisoft.
I would have never known that.
But I would have
like
never known
like
that either. Yeah.
But that definitely aligns with everything everybody's been saying. It's definitely, shoot your shot, just apply. That goes back to what everyone was saying a little bit earlier. The worst thing they can say is no, and it's always no. If you don't apply, you don't ask questions, you don't reach out. So
Yep.
Yep.
You never know what
it's unique opportunities that arise from not playing COD, and like realistically, like I like COD myself. I'm kind of want to shoot myself in the face though anytime I think about playing it. And there's so many creators out there that are so good, but it's like, man, we gotta like pivot. You know, as a brand, we
Yeah.
have to like pivot to other games, and that's what I'm really trying to do now is
Mhm.
find some different
Mm-hmm.
areas. The thing is though, like, you know, with a certain brand, okay, like game controllers, let's say,
Yeah.
people want a name controller because they want to be very competitive. People are watching COD, Apex,
Right.
all these like battle royales, and it's like, man, I'm watching this person play it. There you go. I want to be better at this. You know what I mean? I want to be competitive, and we see a good response in that area, but it's like after a while it becomes oversaturated. It's just like,
Yeah.
how many Godzilla events we doing? You know what I mean? Like,
right. Exactly. Because, like, I've been playing COD since 2007. And you would think by now I would have some type of working relationship with Call of Duty. No, I don't. But I pivot and I started playing Knockout City, and I love Knockout City. Everybody know I love Knockout City,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm a Knockout City creator. I'm a partner with the game. Never would have thought it. I would think Call of Duty would be my first, but nope. I got me a Knockout City controller. I got a COD controller.
That's what's
Both
up.
of you my aim controllers.
love it.
Yeah, but
Shoot your shot. When I was when I used to play ball back in the day, one of my teammates, he was in a shooting slump, and he was, I think it was 0 for 3. And my coach told him, all right, you 0 for 3 right now, make it 1 for 4. Like, stop pouting, get out there and
Turn
make
it
your next
around,
shot.
son.
Right. The only way to turn it around is by shooting shots.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that was another, thing that I always kept in my head. Just keep trying.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
There's only one way through this life, man, and it's forward. You know, you can sit back, you can say, man, what did I do yesterday? What did I even do 5 minutes ago? And you might have done something that you might say, hey, I didn't like that. Okay, now we're here, though. We're not going to rewind. There's no rewind button.
Ain't
We're
no
going
rewind.
forward. Let's just forge forward, because you know what? Tomorrow's coming anyway. Let's make it a great day. Like, it doesn't mean to sound
Exactly.
cheesy, but it really is. Like, when you sit down and you really think about it,
Mm-hmm.
so what? Everyone does that, you know, X, Y, Z.
Mhm.
Tomorrow's there. Let's just crush tomorrow.
Exactly. So with that, what do you look for in seeking out partnership with different, content creators? Like, are you looking for them to create content for the brand, which I'm pretty sure is yes. But what are you looking for? Like, what draws you to that person? Like, even if they come to you, like, say if you see somebody, what do you look for?
So I think it definitely shifts and it evolves as a brand evolves, as the industry evolves. There were times when, when pandemic hit, right? And it was like, all right, everyone's playing COD. All I wanted was COD creators because that's what a lot of people were watching. Now it's the dynamic is shift. We may be looking towards different areas, different games, different styles. What I really like, if it's me, if you're talking and saying, hey, Brendan, what do I personally look at? And there's definitely like a personal bias in there, and I hate to say it, but I just love people who are happy, like inclusive, uplifting, and positive. Now, there has to be, like I said earlier, there has to be some growth. We do look at numbers. Again, because as a brand, I don't necessarily, and I'm exploring some different options here, but I don't necessarily feel like comfortable going to a creator or having creators come to me and I like their content, but maybe their size is not where we like it to be. As a brand, I don't feel comfortable saying, yeah, I would love you to come on board, but I can't give you, I'm pigeonholed by how many controllers I can give out or how many.
Right.
It's just a numbers thing. If I let everyone that applied and I gave everyone a free controller and said, come on board, the next month we'd be out of business and then there wouldn't be a name controllers anymore. So, when I'm looking for people, I want to see growth, positivity. For games right now, if you're saying to Brendan right now, what am I looking for? I'm definitely looking for people who are strong on YouTube. I want, we worked with a lot of Facebook creators. I want to get people who are strong on YouTube and Twitch. For me, I think that's a weak point. And for me, it's like, all right, when I look at content, where do I want to be? Where's my weakest point? Let's work on that weak point. It's when I doubled down on the strong point before. Now let's work on these weak points. But a big thing for me too is focusing on like people who just really want to bring other people up and have that outlook and have that positivity, because I think that means, yeah, numbers are there and they have to be there, but if you have that attitude, that outlook, you don't get deterred. You know, there's a lot of people, if I say to you, hey, you know what, right now the numbers aren't there, but I love your content and I love the direction you're going, let's touch base in 6 months, and you reply to me, absolutely, I can't wait, I'm watching.
We got it.
I'm watching the person. I love that attitude. If I don't get a response, or I get a nasty response, and it does happen, and I get it, it's not fun.
We're talking about like
it's not fun being rejected. We've all been rejected at something at some point in our life. We've all been there. It's not fun being rejected, so I get it. But it's that mentality of being like, you know what, that was yesterday, let's move forward, right? And those people that are like, you know what, thank you for responding. Those are the people that I'm like, man, even if this person just starts just edging up, you know, I want to give them a shot, because that's a person who's I know is going to put that effort there. You know, but again, they're the numbers have to be there. I typically try to see someone who's anywhere between, on the AIM side, like 20, 30, 40 CCV and up and growing. Gamer Advantage is probably like 80 or 100, so it's a little bit bigger. Sometimes it depends on what the brand, and again, it's as the industry evolves, as the brand grows and you know, more, so you really just got to be flexible. So it's always going to change. It really is always going to change. But I think the core fundamentals are just the people who are going to be positive and say, all right, I'll work towards that goal. Maybe I won't even be there, but you know what, I'm happy I contacted you, and let's
Okay. Now I do have a quick question. Like somebody like with me that streams on multiple platforms, like, because I'm big on diversifying content, right? Like, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So, you know, I stream on Facebook Gaming, I stream on Twitch, I stream on TikTok, I put videos on YouTube. I may stream on YouTube every blue moon. We'll see. But and say if I don't have the numbers that you want, but I have content everywhere, would you still kind of look at me, or?
That's a solid question, 100%. So let's say it's, you know, my main platform is Facebook Gaming. All right, that might be great, but I actually, and you may, you know, maybe the numbers aren't there, but you know what? You have a YouTube channel that's growing, and maybe right now my focus is saying, hey, you know, I want to back off Facebook creators, but do more with YouTube content creators. Always give the full picture, and so that's a great point that you made. Yes, you're gonna have your streaming platform, that's your bread and butter, that's where you're focusing in on. Don't neglect, as a content creator, I wouldn't neglect other channels. You know, there's only so many hours in the day, there's only so much that we could do. But do your best to, like you said, kind of diversify, because not every brand, and I can't speak for every brand in the industry, not every brand is going to be, I just want a streamer. Some people may say, I just want YouTube content creators that don't even go live ever. You know, it just might be, this might be my thing. There's a little, you know, there's something for everybody. So the more you diversify, and I know it takes time and you know, all that, but the more you diversify, if this is truly your passion, if you're saying, man, I want to be a content creator, I want to have a partnership with X company, the more you diversify, the better you're going to be, because it's like anything. You get an education in 10 different things, and you're more well known, you're more well versed. You know, you got a better chance.
Makes sense.
Because I know 8-Bit, he's, you know, streaming primarily on Twitch, but he, you know, has a Facebook. Every blue moon, if his stream setup wants him to go to Facebook, it'll pop up. But yeah, so he's primarily on Twitch, and like he has his YouTube and his TikTok, and like Ziggy primarily on Twitch, and he'll, you know, have his podcast on Facebook, and you know, he has his TikTok. So I tell everybody, it's very much important to diversify your content. Like if you stream on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, take those streams, you can cut them up, use your clips and stuff, and you can place them on TikTok, you can place them on Instagram stories, you can place them on the Facebook reels. That way, you know,
shorts.
Yeah, YouTube
Did you
Shorts.
forgot
Yeah.
one? You
Shorts.
forgot one. Just making sure. Making
Yeah.
sure. No neglect. No
Yeah.
neglect.
And certain brands might be looking for different things. You know,
Yeah.
most
Mhm.
brands, I would say 90% of the brands in this industry are going to look for people that are going to be able to convert. Meaning
Mhm.
that when they give, you're going to have a discount code, that the discount code is you. There are certain brands out there that don't really care about that. It's probably the top 1%, the billion-dollar companies that,
Mhm.
whatever, they're making money anyway. That
Mhm.
it's like the McDonald's, right? McDonald's
Yeah.
doesn't, they put an ad out not because they're saying that guy saw that ad, he's directly coming in. You see
Mhm.
McDonald's. Oh shit, you're driving down the road, you're gonna go to McDonald's.
Right.
So there might be different with a brand. One brand might be saying, hey, we really need high engagement in your stream, because that, there's gonna be great conversion. There might be another brand that says, man, your YouTube channel, that video might be a year old, but after that year, it gets 12,000 views, and that's and if you do a video a month like that, man, that's 1 million views over the course of a year. That's all we
Yeah.
care about. We just want to be in people's eyes.
Mhm.
So it kind of goes back to, go to that brand that if you're really interested in a specific brand, reach
Mhm.
out to them, get their feedback, and know what they want. Because, like,
Yeah.
for AIM controllers, for, GA, for, like I said, 95% of the brands out there, they're gonna want that conversion. Yes, the exposure and everything else is great too, and it couples with it. But there might be a brand out there that you absolutely love that just says, man, all we need you to do is just put our name out there. You throw it in every XYZ, and we're happy about that. And and the one thing I'll say is, if you don't do YouTube today, YouTube is an absolute powerhouse tool. And the reason so is because Twitch, what do your videos live on there? 2 weeks? As far as I know.
I want to say 2 weeks, maybe 3 tops.
Okay.
Who goes to Twitch to look for videos? So
But that's
Exactly.
true. Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Facebook, let's say a video's on there, you're not scrolling down 6 months to see a video. Where YouTube has it set up so beautifully that even if you just search best controller settings, best blue light glasses, your video might be 2 years old, but it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
So YouTube videos, I'm not saying go live on YouTube, although that may be very well worth exploring. I don't know enough about that, but YouTube dedicated videos that have some sort of title where it's addressing an issue, controller settings, is blue light real, any sort of these things. These are people that are gonna randomly type that into YouTube, because we all sit up at night and we can't sleep. We're watching cat videos of the Indian guys digging holes and making crazy shit in the ground.
I thought I was the only one that did that. Okay.
No, my 3.5-year-old son was doing that today, so you're not the only one.
Oh, you made an underground bathhouse. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes, a whole spa. Like, what?
But the beauty, there is what I'll say for content creators. If you're listening to this now, start a YouTube channel. It doesn't have to be the biggest, but get it going to the point where of the videos living there, there's so much value behind it, because you could put out best controller settings for this game, and then there might be a niche, right? There might be 100 people, 200 people, 1,000 people, 200,000 people that view that video and say, "Oh man, I'm gonna. This guy made this recommendation. I'm going for it. And this is the product he used. These are the glasses he used, or this is the energy powder he used. I'm going for it."
Yes, I agree. Because perfect example. I cannot forget his can't remember his name, but actually Brandon got it too. I just noticed. I seen it on your Twitch. I mean on Twitch, your Twitter. The Beacon mixer. I got the Beacon mixer too, and this is actually the Beacon mic. I love this mic. It's USB mic, crystal clean, clear. I get so many compliments off of it, and so yeah, I wanted the white one.
I knew for me, because I'm down here working all day, eating lunch. I'm usually gonna drop a sandwich on it, and it's be white with some stains on it. You know what I mean? So it's not working. Black. Just because I know it's gonna get dirty.
Yeah.
But yeah, the white. Honestly, I sat there and I was like, I want to do white. So
I
bad.
know.
I used to have white car. We got a white car in the drive. I just love, the cleanliness of it.
Yeah.
But I know I'd make it dirty. But yeah, I haven't set it up yet. I literally got home Sunday and it was sitting here since Saturday. Spent time with the family. I plugged it in for a second and I was like, okay. I kind of get it. But I have a guy who kind of helps me with the dual stream setup. So he's trapped. He's going to help me set it all up.
Okay.
But I don't have one of those fancy Go XLR mics. I don't know. If
Oh
you
yeah,
guys,
yeah. The
It like
but
has a crazy plug in the back.
oh yeah. This
I
but
don't
this
know.
it's simple. I love it.
Yeah,
It's
What do you mean, like the XLR mics?
Yeah,
Yeah, the XLR
Mhm.
mics. Yeah, see, yeah, you got the
yeah,
fancy
he got
mic,
it. Yeah.
sounding
This is-
crispy. But that other, yeah, the beacon.
Shout out to 8-Bit with this, by the way.
Right.
There you go. There you go.
Nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me.
But yeah, like I was trying to set up the beacon mixer, and I'm like, man, I need something pinky friendly. And I was able to find a video that was very much pinky friendly to set it all up and stuff like that. Like, so please y'all get your YouTube video. I mean a YouTube
You don't know nothing about no EQ.
nah, I don't know nothing. Between that video and 8-Bit helped me out, like
Nobody
yeah.
listens to me. I ain't helped you all.
No, you did.
Nah,
you
nobody
just
listens.
you do this, it'd be nice, and but I'm like, man. But yeah, it's very nice. It is.
And
That beacon is nice. It's noise, y'all. It's noise.
I haven't tried it. I would imagine. Yeah, I've only high expectations. But like you said, that video was there. Maybe you didn't even know about Beacon yet. Let's just say, for example, but you typed in easy to use mixers, or maybe there's a feature, and boom, that video's living there. Maybe that person's not sponsored, but at least it's there. It's living there for life.
For life, yeah, because I saved it just in case if something happens or whatever, and I have to set everything back. So I made sure to save it or whatnot. But yeah, like I kind of had taken a pause because I must admit, and hit my own hand, because again, I tell everybody diversify your content, and I found myself putting all my eggs in one platform, and I said, wait a minute, this is ghetto. We don't do this. We need to diversify. So my YouTube channel kind of just stayed at one spot, and I'm like, I can't have this happen. So this is around the time that they started doing the YouTube shorts, and it was perfect timing. So I started putting on my videos back on YouTube, the ones that I really want to be seen, put them on YouTube, my unboxing reviews, channel clips, compilations, all that. Put it right on there, gameplays, all that. And I take my clips and put it on the shorts. And like a couple of my shorts, I will put on around this time. Next day, around this time, I'll check it. 2K, easy. And I'll get follows from it. So I say utilize those shorts too, y'all. Utilize them shorts. It's there for a reason.
Oh, that's why you didn't say it. That's why you skipped over when you was talking. Like, keep this to myself. All right,
Everybody up. All ships rise.
Because I be forget. I low key be forgetting about it, because I forget about my Instagram stories. Like if I'm not on Instagram already and I see something that I like, I'll add it to my stories. But it's either TikTok in my head. That's my little goal right there, is TikTok. So
I think there's a big, so I don't know, like I said before, I'm 36, so I'm old and I'm past my prime. If I go on TikTok, they'll come to my house and arrest me. But I think there's a lot of value to TikTok too, because I see a lot of people grow through that platform. So that's probably another one. I think there's a lot of, listen, Twitch is the biggest by far. Facebook has had a great position, but I think YouTube and TikTok are two platforms that they're going to start pushing some things to help grow content creators, kind of Facebook did in the very beginning. I think they're very important to help spread your awareness.
Definitely. And I tell people, like, if they give you things, take heed to it. Like TikTok started doing stories, and I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all doing stories? So I started using stories. I use that for my promos. I started using that. So if a certain platform are giving you first dibs of stuff that they're in beta with, use them. Use them to your advantage.
Yeah, that's what I did with Twitter, with Twitter Blue when it was in beta. And it was actually a pretty cool feature. Then they released it, and a lot of more people are using it now. So, but that's definitely true.
Because 8-Bit, you use Twitter Blue too, right?
Yeah, I use it for my free game Friday, and just so I can upload longer videos. That's
exactly that part right there. As a content creator, that, and the undo button.
Yeah.
I leave
I'm
the
like-
mistakes in there, bro. Just nah.
There's an edit button now.
You got like 10 seconds to undo it so you can read it and be like, oh, messed up. And you can undo.
See, I like do the worst grammatical spelling errors, but then I leave it up for an hour, and then I'm like, I can't even read this. What did I write?
What is going on?
Yeah, like, is there no edit button? Like, because man, I need that. All right.
Let me tell you, don't ever write on Twitter early in the morning. I can't see. I have stigmatism real bad, and I'm just waking up, and I'm like, hey y'all, good morning. We're gonna have a fabulous day. And I look at it, it says, hey, good morning, y'all.
This is permanent. This is it.
Yeah. I was like,
somebody is having a good morning. I see.
Right.
Got some mimosas.
Right.
A little brunch.
Right. So if y'all even see that from me, like, yeah, Pinky, she blind and half asleep. So I've done that a couple of times. Exactly. You know, we gonna put that on a t-shirt.
Top of the morning to you, Miss Pinky. Top of the morning.
No.
That's why. Top of the morning, Miss Pinky. How you doing this morning?
I'm against that mask.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying that's how you be. That's what be getting you on Twitter early in the morning.
It do. I be like,
oh man, it's going down this morning.
Bloop, 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 bloop. No, like dog.
Like okay.
Okay. Oh yes. The toxic side of the stream.
Oh Lord, here we go.
Brendan, like, what?
This is my segment.
He said, I knew it.
So we've heard all the, the good side, I guess you would say, or us, we would say. But what do you dislike hearing from content creators seeking to become partners? What deters you away from
trigger words?
Yeah.
Or like red flags.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I touched on this. I mean, I think the positivity thing is a big thing for content creators. I like those.
Wait, what?
It's funny because, like, you maybe see a small portion of someone's content, and you may say, I like this a lot, and then you work with them, and then maybe 3 months down the line they say or do something that does not align with the brands, morally not cool. You really gotta, as a content creator, if you're gonna this is just representing yourself, forget if you're with a brand, but I personally believe you should say and do whatever you want, but at the same time, don't expect partnerships if you're going to be bigotry or any sort of, like, if you're down talking any community, hateful towards any sort of community nowadays. Like, for me, like, we're all equal, right? So, like, what are we doing? But that's not just, you're never gonna get, you wouldn't go on an interview and say any of this stuff. So what are you doing? This you're promoting yourself, and if you're looking for to work with brands, it's really, you got to be, I hate to say it, on the up and up. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be fake. And if you're going to be real and you're going to be someone that you want to be, that's great. But you want to be someone who's going to be positive. You're going to want to be someone also who understands, okay, you messaged me at 5 o'clock on a Friday, 6 o'clock on a Friday, 7 o'clock on a Friday, then 8 a.m. You know what I mean? Like, there's boundaries, and we respond as fast as possible. And sometimes it's weeks before we can get back to, if there's a big, a big amount of emails, having a positive reaction to anything that goes on. We signed it was a Facebook group of Call of Duty creators, like smaller, but like, it was just people who really love Call of Duty. It was like 30,000 people. And I signed this guy who ran the group, for example, and okay, everything's going good. He's actually from where I live, like, not far at all. We talked about it, so we're local. We they very well could run into each other at some point.
Right.
And his controller, like I always try to do my best to expedite the content creators' controllers. You don't have to
Mhm.
pay extra. Just let me try to get them out
Mhm.
to you in a timely manner. Not before, if there's a backup, you don't get ahead of anybody, any of
Right, right.
our customers. But
Mhm.
if everything's normal timing, there's no backups. I'll do
Mhm.
my best to get you a controller in a timely manner. That
Mhm.
doesn't mean
Mhm.
instant. And he was like, "Oh, it's been a week," and I was like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. We're having some issues right now. It's
Mhm.
COVID. I just can't, like, just give me another
Mhm.
2 weeks and
Like,
we'll get the
relax.
partnership kicked
A
off."
Right.
week.
Well, he went in the Discord server, got real nasty. I can't believe I have to wait, XYZ. First off, I don't care. Like, if you have an issue, you can have
Really?
issues.
Yeah.
Everyone's human, but come to
Mhm.
me. If you're gonna
Exactly.
work with me, come to me. We'll
Mhm.
talk it out. I'm a very laid back guy. You can curse at
Mhm.
me if you really want to. As long as you don't go
Mhm.
over the line, it is what
Yeah.
it is.
Mhm.
But to go into imagine, like, you're trying to become a creator, someone, you go
Yeah.
into a community of 1,200 people,
Yeah.
start bad mouthing the brand. Oh,
Yeah.
get the I'm a
Right.
very laid back guy, but
Mhm.
real quick,
Yeah.
get the I can be we're
Exactly.
cursing, right? Because I
Oh yeah, we
curse.
can cuss.
Get
Yeah.
the fuck
Mhm.
out. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out. Don't come back.
Right.
You're banned. You're
Yeah.
gone. Yeah, I get the, like, don't do that shit. So a
Mhm.
big part of it is be respectful and approach
Please. Yeah.
people the way that you'd want to be approached, and that's a
Mhm.
given for anybody, right?
Mhm.
Just,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to be talked to as a human, just as
As a
they're a
human.
human,
Mhm.
right? What's the
Mhm.
fucking difference? We're all just humans. I don't care if you're a
Right.
celebrity or anybody else. I don't
Yeah.
care. We're humans.
Mhm.
We're all born the
Mhm.
same. So what the fuck?
Mhm.
But yeah, come. Don't direct messages to public forums if you're having an
Right.
issue
Right.
internally with a brand. Don't do that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yeah.
And the other thing is,
I
I
can
did
imagine that. Whew.
Oh, like, I was like,
That's
this
crazy.
guy's
Yeah.
You getting
This
something
guy is-
free and you complaining?
Yeah.
That's just kind of
Like,
weird to me.
That's my right.
and I get it. You can ask questions. You could say, "Hey, where is it? What's going on with
Yeah.
it? X, Y,
A
Z." But to,
week?
like, not even
Mhm.
wait and just go in badmouth before even coming to me, I was like,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'd wait 3 months for a free controller.
that shouldn't be for us. We try to build products,
Mhm.
as fast as possible. Something similar happened on the GA side, and I kind of squashed it beforehand. But
Mm.
it's really, if you're with a brand, don't badmouth that brand at any point. I've
Please
even had
don't.
it where we were doing tournaments, and we can't invite everybody, but I would try my best to
Mhm.
put it up in our Discord partner
Mhm.
area. Hey, this is a tournament. I've got limited spots. Whoever
Mhm.
wants to get in now. We do the tournament, and then someone says, "Hey," they tweeted, I can't believe a brand that I'm partnered with didn't invite me to the tournament." Okay, first off, we gotta check the contract, because you can't do that.
You can't
But-
do that. Yeah.
But I gave you the information. It was out in email. It was out in Discord.
Mhm.
Do your due diligence.
Snooze, you
Come to me.
lose.
Well, it also no, but it also, yeah, it goes back to just come to me. Like, I could have debunked. I could have said, "Hey, you're right. You weren't invited, but this is why, because I emailed you about it, and I
Mhm.
posted in Discord, giving everyone equal opportunity to hop in."
Yeah.
And you didn't, and you would have said, that's my fault. That's not the brand's fault. And I'm not saying that the brands are infallible. It's absolutely not true.
Mhm.
But even if there's an issue with a brand, go to the brand manager, go to someone within that brand first, because you're not going to build friends being a stink about it. Because what's going
Right.
to happen is that person is like, "Oh, okay.
I don't
See
want
ya."
to touch that person. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or I'm not going to grow
Mhm.
with you, or I'm not going to go out of my way to help you. Because
Yeah.
you know what? The more I do for you, the more I'm in your mind. And if one little bump in the road happens, what are you going to do? You're going to badmouth us.
Yep. Mhm. Each and
Yeah,
every time they can. Yep.
Mhm.
yeah. So really,
Mhm.
realistically, it's just about understanding that do things through the right appropriate channels. Don't
Mhm.
try to think you're bigger than, and even if you are, like physically, like follower wise, you're bigger than a
Mhm.
brand. It doesn't, like, we're all just, you gotta do
We're all
things
the same.
appropriately. Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta do things appropriately and just
Yeah.
go the direct channel. Because if you're bad mouthing
Mhm.
that brand, and it goes even for there were some people, we work with a content creator who's calling out cheaters now for Call of Duty.
Okay.
and people don't like that for whatever reason. So they badmouth him, and then they badmouth his sponsors, which is one of us. And I even responded to one of these people like, "Hey, you're also a content creator. You just badmouth us. I know you're not getting a sponsor with Scuff. I know you're not getting a sponsor with anybody else. I'm open to sponsoring all sorts of people, but now, like, you just shot yourself in the foot, kind of. Like,
yeah, both of them.
Yeah, like, let's be smart about where the direction that we're going. If that's a direction that you want to go, maybe you tell me go screw off because I never want to work with your brand. That's fine. But other brands see that too.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So even if it's not AIM, another I can guarantee, because I see it happen to other brands, and I'll say, why am I going to bring that person on? One bump in the road is going to happen, and they're going to badmouth us. So
yeah,
just try to keep. I know emotions can go high, but try to breathe, wait it out. Right. Talk to your partner manager. Don't go public.
And that is true too, because a lot of partner managers, you guys, I'm sure you know partner managers from other companies, and you might see a post like, "I'm bringing in Ziggy," like, let me tell you about that guy right there.
See, I'll never go out of my way to ruin someone's experience. If someone does ask me about it, because like for me personally, it's like I'm gonna sit back. But if it's out on the internet, like if it's out there and they do see that, they're gonna know about it, whether it was directed at your brand, another brand, someone else's brand. If you're bringing, if you're shooting those shots, like, what's to say that you can't point the gun at us? You know what I mean?
Exactly. True. Yep.
I have a slight question.
Yeah.
So from Twitter, do you ever look at, like, before you partner somebody, do you go through like their liked tweets?
I'll go through their Twitter, like in like I'll go through like maybe the last month and a half, 2 months.
Okay.
I don't go too like far back.
Okay.
And the reason being is like I'd spend all day doing it. And it's not that I want to ignore certain issues. And I've gotten emails, honestly, about, hey, you signed this person, they've done X. And I research it, and I like to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Obviously, if it's anything major or really harmful, I have no issue. Get out, go. We don't need you. And it's not even from a brand side, because most of the time that stuff peters out. But it's just if that's the type of person you are, I'm personally not going to associate myself with that. But yeah, we do go through. I go through Twitter. I go through any social media that you're active on for at least a month or two. I go through your streaming page. I'll watch about 15 to 20 minutes of 3 to 4 streams. If I've never watched it before, most of the time I'm watching a lot of you guys in the background, because I'm sitting up at night just on my laptop with the TV on in the background. I'm just I'll watch a stream and hang out, and I'll comment XYZ. And I'll go through any sort of their channels, because we do want to make sure that we're partnering with the right people, because on one platform you may look one way, another platform you may look another. And we just got to make the best educated decisions. The other thing to understand too is some people you may partner with someone, they may have been great for the last year, they may have never in their life said anything crazy, and then they go say something crazy, and it's like you can't. And then I get this all the time. I see it. And they're I guess AIM controllers or Gamer Advantage is sponsoring so and so. Yeah, okay. I approve this. I'm sitting in this guy's house. This is the only thing that I do. Sitting in this person's house with their phone. I'm like, this is what you want to say? Yep. All right, let's do it. No, I'm not.
Approved.
You're gonna do what you're gonna do. I can only be reactive. You can't blame a brand. If it's egregious, and a brand has no reaction to it, okay, then speak out. Give me more than 5 minutes to like just then be like, oh, okay, what this is all folding. AIM controller sucks. Yeah, we suck. Okay, great.
Right.
What do you want me to do here? What are we doing here?
Right.
Give me a minute to react.
Right.
Yeah, that follows up with a lot of things that we've said in the past, because we've said before, you never know who's watching you.
Exactly.
And like y'all just heard Brendan say, he'll be on his laptop, working on some things, and he might type in someone's stream that he's kind of on the watch list. He might just check you out for a few minutes. So once again, you never know who's watching, especially those lurking.
Yep. And you said what the
Yeah.
first 15, 20 minutes. And I tell people that's very important that first 15, 20 minutes, your stream. So if you get on there, where my controller at? Just that ain't it.
I speak when spoken to.
Yeah, a lot plays into it, and most of the time, like, there's been a lot of times where I've watched a person for a while just because I like their content, and I've even reached out to them. Maybe they've ignored me, and then as the brand grows, they reach back out, and I'm like, yeah, I know of you. I reached out to you a year ago, and I also watch you like every Tuesday or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know you.
A year ago.
Right.
No, that's happened quite a bit, and they're like, "Oh, you did?" Okay. I don't mean to cut anybody. So,
No.
Big thing here. Big thing for any content creator looking for partnerships. Couple things. Email. You gotta have it visible. I'm not gonna show up at your doorstep if I could. If I had the powers to, just whoop, I'm in front of your doorstep. A, police, and B, that be, you know what I mean? Like, there's no other way of me contacting you besides email. If your Twitter DMs are open, that's great, but honestly, email is the best form. Have it in multiple places. So if you can have it on your Twitter or your YouTube, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, great. At least have it in one place, but have it someplace that a brand can reach out to you. Now, granted, if you don't want partnerships, then don't put any email anywhere. But have a way for people to contact you, because there's so many nights where I'm going through, and that's what I do. I usually work the day from 7 to 5:30, and after my son goes to bed, we eat dinner and relax. I'm on my laptop, and that's what I'm searching most of the time for new content creators.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, I don't mind going through the trouble of, all right, your Twitch doesn't have it. Okay, your Twitter doesn't have it. All right, I got to go to YouTube and then click the box and pretend I'm not a robot thing, right? And then I get it. And it's like, that took 5 minutes, and that's fine. As long as it's there, that's fine. Sometimes you go through all those steps and it's not there, and it's like, well, what are we supposed to do here?
What are you doing? Right.
Trying to help you.
Right.
Yeah.
Help you.
So being able to be contacted is definitely very important. Have your contact info in some capacity, at least in one space, if not in the three biggest, which is Twitter, your streaming page, and probably YouTube. But definitely have contact info.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like, even with me, like, when I try to reach out to people, like, for Red Cups and Games, it's like either their DM's not open or they don't have an email. And so, like, if I do, because I like to do the email thing rather than like DM. Like, with my content creator friends, like, we're cool, like, DMs is fine, but new folks, email, so I love receipts, so I keep everything filed. So I'll ask them, like, is this an updated email? A lot of time it ain't, so make
That's
sure it's
true.
updated. Yeah.
Man, what you talking about? You can reach me by eco-friendly carrier pigeons.
Yeah.
Nothing less. Nothing
Smoke
less.
signals. I'm gonna do a fire in the backyard. I'm gonna get.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Wait, that's my partnership from AIM right there.
Yeah. And it leads to another big pet peeve of mine personally, is like, sometimes I go into a Twitter and the link tree or whatever, there's a million versions of those now. You go to the stream and it's broken, and I don't know why. Maybe because the stream gets updated. Just check it. Just check it every month. Takes 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Put a reminder in the calendar. Just go in every month. Okay, that stream, nothing updated. I didn't change my name. I didn't do anything. Make sure that the content's there. Listen, is it easy enough to go into these platforms and then search the name? Yes. But at the same time, the easier you can make it for any partnership manager, the easier it's going to be to get that partnership.
Yep. Just leaving crumbs like, come on in, come on. Exactly.
And for me, like, I personally, like, I don't like, I would rarely ever do this, if ever. Like, I don't want to have to tweet it. Is that's like would be a last resort, and even then, like, I'm like, fuck it, I just won't do it.
Right.
I don't know. It's just like, if I gotta tweet at you, then I feel like, okay, fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just like, that shouldn't have to be my last resort to get in contact with you.
Yeah.
It's just have stuff out there.
Yep, I totally agree. I did that. I think that one. Oh yeah, I did do that one time. Yeah, I did do it one time, and it kind of like turn me away from that person. I was like, yeah, if I gotta fight to get to you, nah. No.
There's 6 other people that has their email up. I'll go to
Right. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too, right? If it like there's how many millions, if like tens of millions of people content creating, and where's my time? Because I'm only one person. Where's my time best served? I'm gonna have to hunt you down. All right, there may be people that do have a following or do have XYZ. Let me try to figure this out. But there's a lot of people, you know, that it's just okay. I like this person. I like their vibe. Let me contact them. All right,
Right.
All right, then I'm just like on to the next one. I'll
Yeah.
because there's so many
Right.
there's so many people out there that it's like, damn, I want to work with you, but just make it as easy. And I'm not trying to be lazy, but just make it as easy as possible. Somewhere in the in the thing.
Yeah, because it to me it just makes it seem like that you are ready to work. You are wanting to work. If you are not accessible for me to work with you, you ain't ready to work.
Right.
You know, so
Right.
that's what that is. Yep. So I make sure.
And partnerships will help. Like there might be people out there that say, "Hey, I'm not really into partnerships," and that's fine. But partnerships can definitely it should always be a two-way street. It should never be one-sided where the partnership the brand is getting more than the person. It's got to be a two-way street where you can help, you know, the brands doing stuff to repost, retweet, do other things to help you garner new followers, new XYZ. And I, you know, I always preach that to our social media teams on both sides. I think Gamer Advantage does a really good job of it. AIM does a good job of it too. From like, if someone's tweeting at it, you know, and they're here's a list of content creators, retweet it, do your best. And it can't be every day, because sometimes it would just be like,
Yep.
But you know, all right, you've seen this person this last week, they've tweeted at us every day of the week. Get at least one of them, you know what I mean? And it's got to be a symbiotic relationship. It's like any relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, your marriage, anything. There's got to be that give and take. And if you're not getting that from a partnership, don't leave. Just ask them, hey, how can we make this better? And if they can't after a certain amount of time, then it might be time to move on. But always make sure the brand's aware of what your needs are and how they can help you too. Because this is not a one-way street. It should never be.
Exactly. So I'm so happy you brought that up, because I preach that all the time. Like, you know, this is a true partnership when there's, you know, we're helping each other. It's not where I'm just, you know, I'm not a salesman, you know, for the company. And so I want to want you to break down affiliate, sponsorship, and partnership, because a lot of people don't know what that is. Now, affiliateship, like I said in the beginning, I want to kind of steer clear from that, because again, I'm not a salesperson. I'm a businesswoman. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me, my personal, because, you know, some people might just want to stick with that. So, but if you can kind of explain affiliateship, partnership, sponsorship.
I guess the best way to, you know, even with AIM, like we tend to bring a lot of people in as what we call an affiliate partnership. And you're bringing people in that maybe you don't have a background or you don't know a lot about, or maybe they're not the top 5, top 10 content creator on that platform, right? So you want to bring people on, see what they're about, and the difference between affiliateship and partnership, in my eyes, an affiliateship, I'm not going to ask a ton from you. You're running your own business. This is how you want to run it. If you want to run it XYZ, you do it. That's fine. With a partnership, I think it becomes more, we have to align more on what we both want in this partnership and what's going to work best, right? So a partnership, it's not just about a content creator size. You could throw that out the window. It really is not. What it really is this person embodying what this brand is about? And how could we both now, this person's doing a lot, now how could we partner together better? All right, this person may say, hey, I'm really strong on this platform, I really want to do this, or I really want XYZ. Okay, how can we figure out how to do that? And bridge the gap, get both, like both brands, both the content creators brand and the actual brand forward. Sponsorships, I mean, words get thrown around all the time. It's typically, if you see people could, if there's a creator out there, they may say, I'm sponsored by, and that's fine. Typically,
Yeah.
sponsorships in my eyes are looked at as a short term.
Okay.
They did a sponsorship. Like you see a Manscaped.
Yeah.
Right? You never see anybody partner with Manscaped for a full year.
Right.
Tin the Tap Man or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's a 1 month. They sponsored the stream. They sponsored some part of it. So sponsorship is like the company's going to pay you money for real estate on somewhere in your community.
Right.
Partnership is kind of like, hey, we're working really well together. You're really pushing a lot of what we're doing. We're doing, like, how could we be better? And you're lining more. Affiliateship is like, hey, you work with us. That's great. You're gonna run it how you want to run it. We're not gonna ask a ton from you. You can do as much as you want. You can do as little as you want. It's kind of like a 1099 job. You can do as much as you want. You can do as little as you want. That's how, in my mind, I picture it. Now, every brand can very, very well be different and have different visions of it. Some call them brand ambassadors. There's a lot of terms thrown out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I like to bring on people who are going to partner good with our brand and who align with what we're doing, and that we can align and give back to something in their community and maybe do something different and help them out.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, sponsorships are kind of more the one-off. You call it sponsorship partnerships.
Yeah.
More of like a shorter
version.
Shorter duration. You're literally buying. It's like a NASCAR. You're buying some real estate on that car. You're buying some real estate on the whatever.
Yeah. Because I like I said, I see those terms kind of spit around a whole lot, and a lot of people that have affiliateship or affiliate, and they think it's partnership, but it's not. But they like the sound of it, but it's only a one-way street. You know what I'm saying? And it's like kind of a bad deal because you're not getting a whole lot from the deal as it is. You know what I'm saying? So I try to tell people, like, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, because if you're banking on this to bring income, you're gonna have to work twice or 3 times as hard because of that percentage that you might get off this product that may be out of your community's budget,
Right.
So it's like you kind of gotta pay attention to the whole thing and just not get excited like, oh, I got this, but does it fit along with your brand, what you're trying to do, with your community, and things of that nature.
And I think that you're right in saying that, because we work with a lot of people who maybe there's not a big conversion, but like they're excited to be, and more is one way, and it's really honestly more way the creator's way, because it's not like the brand's getting a ton out of it. It's not like the brand's getting any social media posts or anything like that. It's just like this person says, I want to be affiliated or I want to be partnered with this company. And then once they are, they just throw the logo up and they kind of like, that's it.
That's it. Yep.
That's not even what, like, for those kind of people, it's like, and you never, the problem is you can kind of tell, but you can never always tell what kind of the relationship that we're going to have. Right. But let's say it is a smaller content creator, maybe that, it's not somebody that, maybe it would be traditional for this brand, but you say, I like you as a person. Let's give it a shot. And you're going to be an affiliate. But we've signed affiliates at AIM, and a lot of them have grown. And if you're giving it that push, you're going to get, trust me, I notice it. If I see you active on social media, if I see you active, if I see you you're messaging me with ideas, X, Y, Z. Okay. Once I see you pushing the gas pedal, I'm going to say, hey, team, start pushing the gas pedal. If they start doing X, Y, Z, help them out. So yes, affiliateship, maybe for certain size creators, you're not going to want to be, top tier creator taking an affiliateship, but at the same time, it is a good way for people to kind of get their foot in the door. And if these are the people that are going to say, hey, I want to partner with this brand, again, it doesn't always mean conversions, but what it means is I really am embodying this. I really love it. I want to talk about this product. I want to, and not to become like a spokesperson or a salesperson, because I tell everyone it has to come off organic. If you sound like a Joe Rogan, at the beginning of the podcast, all right, subscribe to this toothbrush. It does X, Y, Z. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, your audience knows you guys. They know you guys. They know who you are. They're gonna know when you're being sincere and when you're being like kind of cheesy about it, or you're just not sincere. So organic is big, but if you're pushing the gas, I promise you, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna notice it, and I'm gonna say, let's push the gas together, and it can morph into something bigger than it already is. And it happens a lot for a lot of creators that I work with.
Oh yeah. Because I see it a lot, like even like with my team, like we boost each other up and help each other and give each other ideas to kind of, how can we do something different that's never been done before? Because it's a lot of things that never been done, but we notice that it's being done now.
Right.
And he's so silly. So, with that, it's like, okay, we making it work, and the brands that we work with, they see it too. They're like, okay, let's go ahead and do a little something more. So yeah, they notice that. A lot of people have to take that in consideration. Like, yeah, you're if you have a great team that you're partnering with, yes, it's going to be a genuine partnership. But for me, I can, I'm not gonna say any names or anything like that, but there was a company a brand that I not partnered, but affiliate, type thing going on. And I messaged them, DM'd them, and said, hey, I'm very much interested in your brand, because it's Black owned and LBGQ plus, company. I was like, okay, yeah, I want to represent your company or your brand. I want to do this. And, it was cool. After I did it and everything like that, but they forgot about me. I truly believe that they forgot about me, like to this day. Like no messages, no emails, like, hey, are you still alive, or nothing. Like nothing.
And that could be too, it could tell you a little bit about where the company is. If it's a new company, they may not have the resources even. They may not have the people in place. They might not even have the education to say, hey, reach out to everybody at least once a quarter. Reach out to, XYZ once a quarter. Or maybe it is the fact that and I don't want to believe that, because I don't see how people could just forget about people. But, maybe it is the fact that they did, they thought there was no value to the partnership for whatever reason and didn't reach back out. But to me, more if this is the first thing, if you told me that, I'd say they probably don't have the resources. Probably just run it, it's probably the CEO that's doing the Instagram, that's doing the X, that's doing the Y, and they're trying to do this other stuff, but they don't have the capacity to.
Yeah.
And I don't know the company, and you don't have to say it now, but that may very well be what it was. If you told me the company, I may know off stream.
Okay.
I may have some insider information.
Okay. Yeah, because I think that's probably why too. Just not enough resources. But I don't know. I don't know, because I guess because the way I run, my business and stuff like that, it's like I hate to let people fall through cracks, and that's why I stress too, even starting out, with a business or a company or even a brand, start little. Don't just try to go out there and just grab the whole world. Start little, add on, cultivate what you have first and then spread out. Cultivate that, then spread out. So I think they probably just bit off more than what they could, handle.
Make sure you can always execute on whatever that goal is. Have a goal. Don't have the biggest goal. And if you do have a giant goal, then you got to set smaller goals to where you want to be, right?
That's correct.
Exactly.
That first smaller goal, and make sure you can execute. If you can't execute on that goal, you make it smaller. Make sure until you get to a spot where you can execute. And all you have to do is take one step at a time. Doesn't have to be anything major. Just make a goal, execute, make another goal, execute, and just keep. And it's like when you save money, like when the credit card's kind of building up, and then you're like, damn, I'm never gonna get out of this. And then you save a little bit of money, and then you're like, wait, a month later, you're like, how do I have all this? Well, I gotta go spend some money now. I got too much debt.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just starts snowballing in that direction.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. So we want to know horror stories that you've had when it comes to working with other content creators or other companies. All of them. We want to know the dirty, the laundry, the dirty laundry, the stanky of the stanky.
So luckily, I don't think I've had too many absolute horror horror
Mhm.
stories. I mean, I've had a couple where people try to call us out on Twitter, and to me that was kind of like, oh, yeah.
Mhm.
This weekend I did go to Loot Fest.
Mhm.
It was down in Texas. It was an event, and there was a bunch of people there that we work with. There was a bunch of people
Mhm.
there that have reached out and I've talked to. And this is kind of like, it took me back, and I'm not gonna say the person, they would never do that, but I went up to a person and I said, hey, you've reached out before, and I just want to say hello and thank you for reaching out. And the first response out of their mouth back was yeah, you told me I needed to get my numbers up, right? And I was just like, all right, like that's hyper aggressive. There wasn't even like a hi
Yeah.
back, you know what I mean? Like it was just
Yeah.
like,
Oh, y'all know
yeah.
me. Well, I was Mr. 2. I missed the 3 concurrent viewers last month, but all right, we at 5 now.
But you know what? Like, I'm going out of my, and you don't have to, obviously, you don't have to be nice to anybody, but like, I'm
Mhm.
going out of my way, I'm saying hi to you. And
Mhm.
like, that's the first thing with a group of people around, like out of your mouth. And I'm just kind of like, damn, man, even now, even if you become really giant, like, I'm gonna remember this now. You know what I mean? Like, you remember
Yeah.
that. And that, like,
Mhm.
that was just me being like, hey, man, like, I think you're on a
Mhm.
great path. We just
Yeah.
got to get here. Let's get there, and
Yeah.
100% get on board.
Mhm.
Man, like, we're in front of like 10 people, and you're just like, that's the first thing you say. That took me back a little bit. That was kind of the first, because we don't, being content creators, and obviously being in a kind of a, I don't know if we're post-pandemic now, whatever the hell we
Yeah.
are now, right? Like,
Right.
we haven't really left the house a ton in the past couple of years. So
Mhm.
seeing somebody in person, and I was excited just to talk to somebody I knew from Twitter, and like that was
Mhm.
reaching out to us, and I
Mhm.
wanted to be that person to say, hey, I didn't forget about you. I know who you are. And it was like, damn, that was the first thing. I was like, okay, that one was a little rough. Absolute horror story.
The fact that you even did that though was like,
Yeah.
I'll stick to my stock controllers from now on, sir.
Yeah, bro,
oh, geez.
go ahead, man. Like, take your stuff. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm trying to think of any. And it's funny because I felt like this was gonna come up, and I was trying to have some, but I feel like I don't have too many. I did tell a story before how, like, people that we work with called us out on Twitter, and it was like,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the right approach.
Mhm.
Brand wise, I mean, I've only worked with, and I've specifically chosen Gamer Advantage. I've had opportunities with other companies come up that I didn't think were the best, but nothing bad. Like, nothing bad
Okay.
happened. I just really liked what Gamer Advantage was about, so I went with
Yeah.
them.
Has anybody asked you for free controllers?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah. But that to me is not a hard, like, that to me is like, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. You could always ask, and I'm gonna tell you yes, no, or whatever. I did have someone impersonate Rasta one time. They hit me up on thank God I'm smarter than the average
What's
bear.
good,
I'm dumb as
brother?
Right.
I'm dumb as a brick. I figured this one out. So they hit me up on Discord. And it's Rasta's Discord picture. It's
Okay.
his name, but with like a slight difference. He's like, hey man, my Discord got hacked into. I need a controller. Mine got busted. Can you send it to me? And I was like, yeah, no problem. At first I'm like, yeah. And then we like got to talk, and I said something to him. And I was like, that's not him. So I hit him up on Twitter, and I was like, hey, did your Discord get hacked?
Yeah.
I got someone in Discord saying it's you. Is that you? And he was like, no, that's not me. So I go back to Discord. I was like, hey, you dumb fuck. I was going to send you a control to your house, right? You fucking idiot. I would have had your address. How dumb are you? How dumb are you? I was going to have your address. I would have sent you glitter bombs. If I fell for that, I would have sent you glitter bombs.
Ooh, the glitter bomb.
Every paycheck on a glitter bomb.
I love the glitter bomb stuff.
Not the glitter bombs, Lord.
I would have had your address.
I got your address, stupid.
I would have had your address. Man.
Don't open that
God
package.
forbid you're in New York, because then. But I'm coming back to the controller. But
Oh,
I have had
God.
another couple instances where people reached out via email, and it's funny. So I get reached out to by, not all the time, but a good amount, at least a couple times a month, by either I want to call them celebrities, and not anybody like massive, but you know, like you know, Big Brother type people,
Like
but also athletes. I get reached out by a lot of athletes, a lot of athletes, and I love working with. I'll send you an athlete, a controller to review and to use and to post about and all that stuff. But the problem is, I'm just learning this. So first off, I don't watch sports, and I'm not like a small, like I grew up like I'm a big dude, I weightlift, all this stuff, but I just don't watch sports. I work in the sports supplement industry. Everyone talks about sports. I never really watched it. So anyway, I didn't know this. People were reaching out to me, and I'm like, the Gmail address, you're telling me you're on the Tigers or whatever. I'm like, what the hell? How is it? I said, send me an email from like the team email. They don't give us that. Well, I'm like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. You got to think I'm a real idiot to believe that the team didn't give you an email address. Right. Behold, they really don't for most sports teams. So I have people hit me up. Then I go, all right. So then I hit them up on their Instagram, their Twitter.
Who's your agent?
Verified account.
So do you guys know who Blake Snell is? Pitcher? Okay, he's a big time pitcher. I mean, this guy, he signed a $175 million contract, but he streams on Twitch. So his agent hits us up, and he's like, hey, he wants to work with you guys, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no way in hell this guy wants to. This guy just made 175. There's no way I could pay this guy enough to even care about controllers. You know what I mean? So I'm always skeptical, but most of the time it does turn out to be the player or the you know, the celebrity. But I have to always verify it because it's like most of the time these guys are just emailing the, you know, sometimes they'll get their management to email, and that's fine. Then I can verify it. I go to the website. When it's the guys that are reaching out just on their own, and you know, good for them for doing it, but it's like, man, at Gmail, I got no way of knowing who you are, my buddy. Like message me from your verified Twitter account, we're golden, no problem. But and I've caught a couple people that just, then all of a sudden, once I say, hey, do me a favor, message me, or I'll message them, and they just don't answer, and I'm like, all right, obviously, you know, someone's trying to.
They tried it.
Good for them for trying, but I don't think I've been burnt, but so far so good.
That's good. That roster one that took me out.
Let me see if I still have the message. I don't think I deleted it.
It said my Discord got hacked. Can you send me a controller? What, sir?
Yeah. Well, at first I was like, all right, no problem, Rasta, because it was just whatever. Then he said something back, and I was like, that ain't Rasta.
They don't sound like Rasta.
The bluest cover.
Right.
Don't send it to the address on file. Send it to this one.
Yeah, that I think I would have been like, oh.
Wait. Send it to my grandma Betty's.
Right.
Don't open that package, please.
It's a glitter bomb. You know what, y'all? I had a person on Instagram message me, DM me, ask me, could I send them a headset?
That was me. That was me.
Asked me for a headset. I was like, excuse you? Like, I barely have a headset. Like, what do you mean?
Why did they think that you were was there a specific reason that they thought
you're the HyperX lady? You're the HyperX lady.
And that's exactly when I got that message when
it was me. It was me. I did it.
He's like, can you send me a HyperX headphone or something like that? I'm like, bruh. No. I ain't even made it that far yet. Like, no.
I always tell people, like, you know, like my friends, like they don't really ask me. Like they'll go on and they'll, you know, if they want a controller, they'll buy it. I'll give them, you know, I'll usually give them a content creators discount code. But if they're your friends or if they're people in your community, to me, like you always want to support that person. Use their discount. Use, you know, tweet them after you buy a product, even if they're not a supporter. Hey, you know, this person really motivated me to buy this product. Listen, you know, we've all been in tight situations, but none of us are being able to just throw out free stuff. It's just not
right.
He wasn't even a member of my community. That was the thing too. Like he wasn't even a member of my community. Just some.
That's not right.
Yeah. You just thought I was rich, I guess. I don't know. You know, some kids are like that too. Like they think, you know, they see you on the screen and you know, you got the fancy lights or whatever. You're rich, just automatically rich. Like, no, I pay bills.
No, you don't.
Student loans.
No, you don't. That was forgiven. I seen it.
Right. I seen it. Uncle Biden said it. I'm still waiting on Biden. Yo, Biden. What do you say? Biden.
Hey, Byron.
No, hey, Byron.
Yo,
Yo,
Byron.
Byron. Yo, Byron. Yo, Joe Byron, take me out to dinner.
Right. Right.
I was up in the Bronx. I was 100% up in the Bronx.
I laughed when that came on TikTok. I died laughing. Yeah, hey, Joe Biden. Like, okay, get him there. But all right, I think we shook the tree enough. I know a lot of people have questions for you. That's in the chat. So if you guys want to go ahead and spill them questions in the chat, go off, as I love to say, as you already know.
Yeah, go ahead, drop them.
I don't know who Famous is, but I like them. They said they like me, so now I like them.
Oh, Infamous Infy.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's my sister. Yeah,
The cosplay goddess.
Yes,
she is.
the
cosplay goddess.
Yes,
There's a lot of cosplay.
Yeah,
we're gonna be
does.
doing the Anime Con in New York.
Oh,
We're gonna have a
nice.
booth there. We're doing
Okay.
TwitchCon too. Who's going out to
Right.
TwitchCon?
I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to.
I'm like 50-50.
Yeah.
I gotta see.
It's a good way, man. If you could swing it, I know it's because it's California and you got to get the hotel and all that stuff. It's a good way to network. It truly is a good way to network, especially TwitchCon. I think there's going to be a lot of brands there that are focused on Twitch creators and creators in general. But if you could swing it, it's definitely a value.
Yeah, because we did DreamHacks and then I'm sorry, DreamHacks, then PAX East, and then it's like TwitchCon. I was like, whew.
Yeah.
It'll add up. Flights will
add up.
Yeah.
I
can get flued out.
Yeah. What is what you call marketable? So great question. Marketable is someone who's investing in themselves, someone who's growing, someone who's putting out a good message. If you're approaching a brand and you want to be marketable, I think I touched on this earlier too. Like, make sure you're doing multiple avenues of not just streaming, right? Having other avenues of getting your content and your person out there.
Okay.
Really, there's no one marketable individual. It's just a person who's really investing in themselves and pushing. And you don't have to be the biggest right today, but if you show me, hey, I grew 1,000 creators from 1,000 followers from last month. I'm growing another. There's growth. That tells a story.
Yeah.
That makes me say, okay, or anybody, okay, there's some movement here. If this person's growing, that's a marketable person. We can work together to co-market our brands.
Yeah, because that's one thing I pride myself on, is not staying the streamer, right? Because, excuse me, like I said, I started in 2016, so I was streamer Pinky, right? 19, I said, okay, I need to be content creator Pinky. And then, the next year, okay, I need to be super content creator Pinky. And now this year, because I've established all that, this year I need to be producer, director, businesswoman Pinky, like all around, in this industry, as far as producing content, doing skits, commercials, shows, all that stuff. So it's the direction that you want to go, right? But it's as long as you're showing growth in that area, to me it's valuable. Infamous had another question. I don't know if we wanted to. Yep, there you go.
What's your advice if you do? So if you get no response, and let's say it's the partner manager's email, definitely follow up with another email. Sometimes it could be 2 to 3 weeks before you do get a response, because sometimes there's hundreds of people applying at once. I don't know what it is. There's just droves of people sometimes that come in. So definitely give it due time. But if you feel like it's been a reasonable amount of time, send them another email. Hey, just bumping this to the top. When should I expect, if you can't talk today, when should I expect, a response? I just want to be respectful of your time. If you're still not getting responses, I mean, then at that point, what I would say is if you're dead set, if you really love a brand and want to work with them and you're not getting a response from the person that you're looking for, then start going around. Don't ever just, not ever, but try to go in that path. Now, if they're not responding, then go to the next, if there's another partner manager, or just hit up the general, and I've done this in the past, just go to the general page. Hey, I'm a content creator. I'd love to work with you guys. I've reached out to so-and-so, haven't heard back. What can I do? There's a billion things that you could do to really take this further. I've even gone as far as, and this is just not trying to get content like partnerships, but just trying to get in touch with the right people. You go on LinkedIn, you find a person, and you do this. If there's no email, you do a couple things. The first person's initial, their last name. Then you BCC, different variations of that person, what the typical email would be.
Yeah.
You're going to get a response back. It's going to tell you these 4 were no good and 1 went through. Now you know not only that person's email address, because now you know everyone else's. Because if it's B Schenck, right, at Game Controllers, now you know the cadence of the email. Now you can email a whole damn company.
Exactly.
LinkedIn, and you can find the CEO to everybody, and you can start emailing everybody. So it depends on how aggressive you want to be. But if you're really dead set on working with a brand and they're not responding to you, hey, what's a likely time, response? How, I want to be respectful of time. If we can't talk this week or next week, when can we talk? Try to set something in the future to get a response. And then just kind of, be like a little spy and just try to figure stuff out and get it.
Yeah.
And a phone number can't hurt either. Even if I've done this too. If you're really getting no response, you dead set on working with this company, try to call the main number, talk to somebody in the main office. You never know where it could lead. It could be a no. It could be, oh yeah, they get in touch with the person sitting right here.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Because I've been trying to find that perfect recipe for LinkedIn. It's easy to find people, but sometimes they're not labeled, if that makes sense. They work for the company, but you don't know who or what they do, so to speak.
Yeah, LinkedIn wants you to pay $90 a month or $125. I used to have that membership for work. It's too expensive, but you can get actually more. You unlock way more, and you could direct message people, get their emails and all that stuff. But if you're not doing that, what I would say is save that for if there's a month you're just going to go ham and go crazy on LinkedIn. Sign up for a month and then cancel it, because you can't pay that every month.
So should content creators look at LinkedIn more seriously and use it as a tool? Because we always talk about like Twitter, we always talk about Facebook and Instagram as a way to talk to community managers and different things like that. But I haven't really heard many people talk about LinkedIn until you came on. So should we be looking at LinkedIn a little bit more seriously?
It can't hurt to make a profile, and it can't hurt to make connections. Would I say it's a number one area of you that you're going to get a response in? Probably not. The industry is very young. The industry likes to use these social media platforms, direct emails and things like that. But at the same time, there might be an opportunity that you don't expect on LinkedIn, where if you're keeping your profile updated, you're keeping XYZ updated, there may be bigger companies out there that don't even understand really content creation, that don't understand how to they want to work. They may be saying, hey, you're tasked with signing new people, and it's like, man, I don't even know what these people do. They're totally outside our industry. They're used to one platform like LinkedIn. It may be a good way to connect. I would say spend a little time on it. You don't have to spend a ton of time on it. But I would say make a profile. It cannot hurt. Do your connections, and post every once in a while. It definitely can't hurt, but I wouldn't spend all my time there.
I'm sorry, but I have a LinkedIn for like my 9-to-5 job, but I never thought of it as a content creator like ZiggyTheBeast make a LinkedIn for that brand?
And you know, it totally depends on too, like how you want to. If you have a 9 to 5 job, right? Is
Mhm.
that and I'm not saying your job specifically. I have no idea what your 9 to 5 is, but there may be jobs
No, I
out
just
there
work
that
at a
say,
call center, IT. It's all right.
yeah. So no, but
Get
there may
yelled
be
at all day.
brands. Yeah. Oh my god, you're a saint, man. You're a saint. I don't know how you do it. Because our customer service gets yelled at all day, and like half the time it's like the user error, and it's like, okay, I
Yeah,
just got to yelled at.
95% of the time it is user error, but yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
But there may be companies out there that say, oh, you can't have a set or XYZ. It may be beneficial, and not saying it could hurt, because 9 times out of 10 it's not going to. But just know what your objective is, and if you are going to do it, at
Mhm.
least pay some time to it. Don't just throw it up there and hope for the best. Just put some time and effort to it. I'm pretty sure you can create 2 LinkedIn profiles. I'm sure it's just another email address.
Just another email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mhm.
So there's there is ways to do it. I started kind of going back on it, back and forth a little bit,
Mhm.
where I found people that are other partner managers. I'm trying to figure, okay,
Okay.
they're a partnership manager for this, Logitech. They're a partnership manager. Because there might be bigger brands out there, the Corsairs, the Logitechs.
Okay.
They're kind of more LinkedIn or corporate,
Yeah.
robot-y type that are
Yeah.
more oriented to that.
Gotcha.
Hmm. Yeah. So the next one, Ace Tech. How big of a following do you expect for a creator to have if they're seeking a partnership?
It really depends on the time of year, time of what that brand's going through, and the brand really. Like with the aim controllers, realistically, following is important, but CCV count is probably more important than just general following, because we work with people who mainly have 2,000 followers, but they get 50, 60, 100 CCV. They have a really strong. Their community is very strong. So you got to look at a bunch of different factors. If it's controllers, I would say we start looking at people, and this isn't a tried and true. We partner with people smaller and larger, around 40 to 50, I would say, right? For Gamer Advantage, it's around 100, but that's just a baseline to kind of, hey, like, I'm starting to look at stuff. Where can I go? There's definitely content creators, like I said, that have smaller following, that you just look at them, the passion that they have. So it's really tough to tell. I mean, I'll give you those numbers, but that's so like loose,
Yeah.
that I wouldn't say it. It's really about that passion that person's putting out, that the content that they're putting out, the growth. We have things like Twitch tracker and different websites where we can see all this data and analytics.
Yep.
We have a program where I can tell who's following now is like if the following's crossing over, right? So you could look at 3 different content creators, but one of them has the majority of the following, and they're all kind of flowing over. All the followers are flowing back and forth. You may say, I'm only going to partner with this one person because the following is going back and forth anyway. I'm going to capture that whole audience. It is a business, but at the same time, the majority of what I look at personally is the person, because at the end of the day, you want people who are going to speak to the morality and what you're doing at the brand.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is 1K the base?
Yeah. So good to gamer radio. Is 1K the base? I heard Brandon say 1K in other programs I've seen say at least one of your social medias need 1K followers. So if I don't have 1K, should I not even waste my time looking for brand or partners?
I would never say don't waste your time. There's always some companies out there that are going to want to partner with you no matter the size. 1K, and I'm assuming you're meaning follower count. Do we all agree that?
Yeah,
follower count.
Yeah, I would assume that's what he means.
Again, so I have people that I work with that have 1K, but they're when they go live, when they're CCV, or whatever they're doing, they get a lot of engagement. So it really is about actually engagement, percentage of engagement to what your following account is. I mean, let's say you have 1K, doesn't hurt. Reach out and then find out what that brand is specifically looking for.
Right.
you know, and see if you do qualify. You may qualify at that moment.
Never know.
And just going off that follower count is not a good indicator. It's got to be kind of a grouping of things. You really have to look at it as a whole in all the different levels.
And just to not assume, Brendan, when you say CCV, you mean concurrent viewership, right? For those that are probably scared to. No, we understand, but just in case there was someone in chat that was scared to ask, that's what
your average view count.
And what that means. So sometimes people do get confused because I say that to them. You know, we have X, and they say, oh, but I have 100 views. No, it's not total views over the course of that life of that video.
Right.
It's the average people that are with you at that one time.
Right.
At that sitting. Yeah, not just total over the course of the
Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Infamous had one. That's a good point. It definitely does seem a lot of brands are looking for you to have a title of partner with another company or brand. Does that matter when you look for people for your brands?
100%. And I'll tell you why. So, and it's even good. It doesn't really matter the company, but it shows that you've done this. It shows that you have some sort of knowledge on it. And what I'm going to do, one of the first questions I'm going to ask you, if you do have a partnership, how's it going for you? How have you liked it? How, what have there been any conversions for it? Have you, I'm going to ask you about it. And that's going to tell me a story of where this is going. And and it's a great point where maybe you're not at the size of, I've got 100K following, right? That doesn't really matter if you have 5K, but maybe you get a sponsorship with Gamer Goo, okay, that's great. Because now, all right, now you kind of know what it is to work with a brand. There's less like, it's like having job experience. I'm willing to work with people who know job experience. Absolutely. Any day of the week. But it just gives me another thing to say. Oh, it's like another, all right, this is a good thing. You know what I mean? This is in the good column.
And what about the actual like Twitch partner, Facebook partner, same thing? That would all be lumped into the partner category, because they do have some Twitch partners that I know for a fact I have more viewers than them, but they got it back, or they may have, back when it was the lowball era where it was like, oh, you got 25 views on Twitch, we just started, let's go.
To be honest, it doesn't, it holds a little bit of weight, but not a ton in that area. It's obviously an achievement, and when I look at it, it's like, okay, you worked hard for this achievement. There's an achievement there. You obviously put effort towards this goal. That means a lot, yes. But I also work with people, let's say on Facebook, who haven't been monetized. They've got a great following, bigger than some people with partnerships, but they're not. And you can look at that and say, oh, maybe there might be a reason. All right, maybe they've done X, Y, Z, but as long as the content and that person they're putting out, the stuff that they're putting out is in the right realm, they're not being partnered because they're using cheats on live on stream, or, they're saying anything horrific or completely idiotic. To me, that holds less weight than if you had a partnership with another brand. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
And for the reasons like you said, David.
Yeah. Just wanted to make some people know, like, well, I'm not a Facebook partner like Pink. like all right, well, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I tell a lot of people. Like, I mean, it's cool to be a partner, on one of these platforms. It's cool, but what about your content? Like, don't just think that just the title is the, like, again, end all be all. No, you got to keep it up. You just can't stop when you get that title. You got to keep that ball rolling. You got to work twice as hard, because it's kind of like you got something point to prove now. Like, I earned this. This is why I need to have this. So, yep. We got one more question before we get up out of here, and this is from Rock. What if you have absolutely no brand following, but possesses the academic background behind it? Example, radio / TV broadcasting education, and a pretty moderate following. What do you recommend for those in that department?
So that's actually something that might be really sought after, right? So, Rock, you may have this background in this radio, TV, broadcasting where you could put together, maybe it's not a traditional partnership at first because maybe the following's not there, but hey, could you put together a video for us? Could you do XYZ? And you have to be, Rock, you're going to have to be, tell people this, right? You're not going to have to, you can't have a brand, partner manager, like look through and assume, oh, I know this guy knows how to do this. Hey, I know I don't have this, but I have this education. Oh, okay, you have that. You have that background. You have that knowledge. You went to school for it. Could you do this? Oh, you could? You know what? I actually really need something. I need help in that area. Could you make a video about this new feature? And then we're going to now run it as an ad or something like that. Because you're going to do it really professional because you have this knowledge. It's going to all come into play. If you do have that background, then reach out and say, hey, I might not be able to help you with CCV count, but what I can help you with is this area. I can put together something really solid for you in this area. And that's where, and it kind of goes really quick. Like there's, we have deliverables as a brand most of the time.
Right.
You want to do X, Y, Z and whatever, but maybe that, and I never hold there's no one size fits all deliverable. You're all creating content, but you all do it differently. And you might be really good at one area, YouTube, let's just say, where another person's really good at live streaming.
Yeah.
So let's focus in on where you're good at. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say no because you don't have the live streaming numbers when you're maybe really good at creating a YouTube video.
Right.
That's where you're good at. Let's focus on that. Why are we, yes, you could continue to do whatever you want, but we'll also partner with you just in this area. Let's focus, double down on that area.
Right.
So, yeah.
And it makes perfect sense.
But if you have that background and that's something that you look for, you will be doing that for free. You should be doing that for free to build your portfolio. So you can show them something, because if you say, oh yeah, I'm in this background, I do radio, I do video production, and then it's like, okay, so what you got? You went to school for what you doing with it? Oh no, I'm waiting on you to tell me what I can do with it. That would be a big waste. That'd be a big waste on your part.
Yeah, because we don't really know. Like, yeah, it is good. You're 100. You know what, AP? That's a great point. Have some sort of short, even if it's stuff from that you did from college or high school, even. Hey, this is what I've done. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be. You don't have to show me what you did for another brand or XYZ. Yeah. Just give me some, okay, this person can do this. Yeah, you went to college for it, you have communications or whatever background, and I don't know all the specifics, but have that background. Show me, give me a little bit, give me a link, make a free web page with just some stuff where you can just link it and throw it out there when you need to. Because then if I look at it and then I'm like, this is great, this person can do XYZ. Yep.
Right. Okay. Well, y'all, we got a lot of information tonight.
I hope so.
A whole heap of it. I know I did. Yes.
I always hope it comes across as helpful. I really do. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'm just rambling an idiot, or if I'm actually giving good sound direction and advice from my.
Definitely. Ziggy. There's some hashtag ignore Zig.
That sure gonna be so. Ooh,
that's a shirt.
Right.
Who disrespecting Zig, man? We need to listen to Zig.
Right.
Listen. Now, this is very informative. Definitely appreciate you for one, just taking the time to talk with us and share this information. A lot of people, I would even put myself in that category. Sometimes I feel that there's like a certain sort of gatekeeping with information, especially with just how to figure out stuff, like amongst, like, I hate to use the word smaller, but like I'm not, at that point yet with content creating. So sometimes a lot of it is just like where, when, how, what, and am I even doing the right thing? Am I wasting my time? So a lot of this stuff is very insightful, and I just appreciate Pinky for setting it up, 8-Bit for giving insight, and Brendan for giving your side of it, which is like the the company brand side of it,
Right,
of the side. So I
Yeah,
definitely
that
appreciate it.
expertise is definitely much
Yeah.
needed, and the fact that you don't mind saying like, hey, this is how you do it, this is how you keep up, this is what people are looking for, because a lot of people just get no's, because not every partner manager like you where you give the feedback.
Right.
A lot of us sent out emails and it's no thank you, hey, you're on the waiting list,
Well, no response.
and no response. So
No response,
it's
yeah.
very good to have that feedback,
Yeah.
or just for people to be like, hey, look, I know what they're looking for, or I know where I may have failed short.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it leads back to maybe some partner managers are a little like either they're I'm too busy for this, or even nowadays, to be truthfully with everybody, like there is a bit of like, and not from anybody obviously here, but could be cancel culture. If I say the wrong thing, even if it doesn't, even if I'm not meaning it in a harmful way, are they going to be upset or take it the wrong way? The last thing I would love to say is like, so for me, we hit on this early, but like, it's sharing information. To me, if someone else can benefit from that information, it enriches their life. I think then that enriches you back, and it kind of helps everybody. So one thing I want to start doing, I have to figure out exactly when, but I want to start sort of like a kind of like I don't want to say mentor programship, but like where from a brand perspective, I can have like open hours on a certain day where, if people want to schedule some time with me that aren't affiliated, anything, I don't care who you are, just want to come and pick my brain and say, or even say, I applied to this other company, here's what they told me, or here's what they said, or here's the deal that they offered me. Just objectively, what do you think about this? I'm happy to do that. I'm always happy. Like my Twitter's open. You can DM me. I'll do my best to get back in a quick fashion, but never hesitate to just. I'm pretty level-headed, like reasonable person who does not think my shit don't stink. Reach out to me. I will happily do my best to answer any questions that you guys have, to point you in the right direction, not only with AIM or Gamer Advantage, but with any company you're going after. I'll try to help you. If you can get it and it can make your life better, and then you could share that information, we can all just start rolling. Let's go.
Right. And we appreciate that. Like it does, it helps a whole lot with a lot of us, because again, like some of us don't feel as though, what did I do? Can you show me the way? So this was very much helpful, Brandon. Thank you so much.
No, and I'm super honored. I didn't know this was the inaugural podcast. So to be on the first one, I mean, I love that. Thank you so much, guys.
Oh yes, no problem. Thank you. And now you're stuck with us.
That's it. Anytime you need, you want me back, even whether it's to talk about partnerships or anything else in the world, man, I'm down totally.
Oh, no doubt. Yes, no problem. Well, all right, friends. So before we go, let me put up Brandon's information so you guys can go and follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter right there, the Quest 818. And make sure you check him out here on Twitch. He is a streamer as well. He streams Apex. They're hilarious. Watch him play as Bang Boogie.
That's it. No, I appreciate it. Thank you again, guys.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're most welcome. And we're gonna do our outros now. I'm gonna start with 8-Bit because I know you have some stuff this week, right?
Me? You know who I am? You clearly got me confused. So we will have our Wednesday. I'll go back to learning Russian, so y'all will hear me with my horrible Russian accent, trying to embrace that community a little bit more. So the ETA 8-Bit of Fun will be back. It's an experience.
I bet it is. I've seen it, the struggles.
But I have no idea what game I will be playing this week. It's a grab bag, so you know what? It might be learning some Apex if that's the case. Might get inspired. Doubt it, but we'll at least be learning Russian this week. But yeah, that's all I got. I do have some videos coming out that I will be editing. I have my gamer advantage, video that I'll be making. It's already shot. I just have to edit it. And then I have my surprises that I showed off on stream, but if you wasn't there, I ain't telling you nah. So I have that, which will be a video, which I did that unboxing for. I just have to edit it. But that's all I got. I have videos, and once again, my TikTok is popping. We got the 5K. I got that one video from those guys that decided to, those famous streamers and people. So, I'm just riding that wave. King of Crumbs is back, baby. You doing free stuff for me. We just gonna ride the wave. So, but that's it. That's all I got.
Let me tell y'all need to go watch 8-Bit streams when he learned Russian. It's hilarious. I just sit here and giggle because
but you don't believe it. It was puree. It was puree. And it was like, no. I was like, puree. It was like, nah, you didn't say it right. I was like, it's puree. It's mashed potatoes. It's mashed potatoes.
You gotta roll the tongue just a little bit, halfway, a little bit.
No. That's Southern drawl.
Yes, sorry. I need Duolingo to understand me.
I know we're exiting out. So what or how are you learning it? Like, is it in what type of program are you learning?
So there's a free app on my iPad, and it's on Android, and it's Duolingo. This thing dead, so I gotta charge it. All right. So it's a free app, but it teaches you it goes through and you click and learn as you go. So it'd be like at the mama. So this is mother or mom. At the papa, this is father, and then it goes through the niet, which is no, and da, which is yes, and dom, which is home, and it just repeats it until you learn it. And then this horrible owl shows up and pokes his little head and be like,
yes,
I'm about to make it difficult, and it's like, I'm about to ruin your life. And it's like, so let's add vocals. So you have to tell me how to say it. And it's like, dude, I already don't speak English well. So now you want me to speak a whole different language and pronunciate it perfectly? Bet.
And it's hilarious. Y'all gotta watch it.
Tom, which stands for Tom. This is Tom. Tim's there, and you like, it's Tom. It's like, it's the same word. It's the same word.
Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna tune in sometimes.
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no,
it's a fact.
They love torturing me.
Yeah. And then up we have ZiggyTheBeast. Zigster.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Zigzags.
Yeah, so y'all see the new zigzag baseball jersey. We have finally the community voted on what they want to be named, because that was one of the things that a brand manager told me at PAX. You need to work on my community, and I did. So I created a poll. What do y'all want to be called? And they voted on zigzags. And so that's one of the things that we've been working on. And we'll be working on some more division with collabing with the House of Five. Shout out to Dita5 in chat. Working on my in-game character. We're also going to be working on some division, and I want to say another Ubisoft game. I'm thinking about which one I'm gonna go back and play. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna be getting into a little bit more Ubisoft content, and also some more Wonderlands, because the second DLC was released. So,
okay, right.
And we didn't even
doing that as well. we even start the first.
Right.
So a lot of PvE content, and tomorrow they just want me to play PvP so bad. So y'all want to see Ziggy the Rage,
right?
Like y'all gonna see exactly why I don't play PvP. Oh, appreciate it, Quest Collective. Hit that follow button. I appreciate it, man.
Damn, I didn't know I was gonna ask.
Oh yeah, we
I love it when it comes
this
up like
machine
that.
Works.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate it.
That went nutty. I like it.
But definitely once again appreciate everybody. You can find me on all social medias. It's been rotating above my head throughout the whole show. Facebook related apps, Ziggy the Beast is spelled with a 3, and TikTok is spelled with the Beast is spelled with a 3. Everything else is spelled normal, and that's where you can find me. And I also have my email in my bio on Twitter and everything else. So he's not talking about me when he said that. I was playing. But thank y'all once again.
Yes, indeed. And before I get into my outro, shout out to D5. He just gifted everybody, well, not everybody, but 10 people in the stream with subs. Thank you.
Yeah. Shout out to D5, Mr. Bath.
Appreciate it.
Free sub for the month. Yeah.
Right.
That's he bought some immunity.
Right.
I got 10 bullets.
Right.
Don't be mad at me.
Right, don't be mad at me. But yeah, y'all already know who I am, the most known unknown. The most known unknown. It's fine.
Brendan know you.
When they walked up to you at PAX and knew you, you can no longer say that.
Yeah.
You can no longer say that.
I know you. I know you.
It blew my mind. I was like, me. Blew my mind. I love it though. I appreciate it. But yeah, y'all. Of course you can find me here. Make sure you follow here on Twitch. Follow me on TikTok. I'm starting my TikTok stream Wednesday, official gaming stream TikTok. We're gonna bring the Pink Squad over there. We can have subs on TikTok. Woo! So there's actually like a kind of a contest going on, and I want the Pink Squad to come out and show out for that. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that Wednesday evening. I'm wanting to post the time at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What game? Probably Call of Duty, because everybody love Call of Duty on TikTok.
Let me join.
Yeah. Here's my name. Add me now. So we'll probably play that. And also Facebook Gaming. Make sure you follow me on Facebook Gaming. Let me not forget, Red Custom Games is coming back, y'all. Yes! We took off a month because of PAX, so we're coming back. We'll be up this Friday here on Twitch, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all here for that. We're gonna be playing. I don't know why Borderlands. Yeah, Borderlands popped in my head.
That's why I seen it on your face.
Borderlands. I sure never was about to say it. But yeah, Pokemon Unite. It's gonna be Ziggy, 8-Bit, me, KR Bridge, DDS, 618. I said it because I'm gonna keep saying it. Munchkin Doom is gonna be there. Who else I'm missing? It's gonna be all of us. Wait a minute. Am I missing a person?
DJ,
yeah. Push Play DJ will be there because I'm gonna cuss him out because he ain't giving me the picture yet. But it's fine. We gonna beat him up. Yeah. Okay.
Who I need to know who we need to set teams up so I know what character to play. Because either way, I'm not getting Charmander. So I might. Charmander. That's why I said I'm not getting Charmander. So I need to go. If I'm on a team with you or Munch, I'm not getting Charmander. Nope. So I'm gonna probably just be Squirtle with my hat on, chilling. Yeah. So I get to bully Didi for the whole night.
Yep. Didi be like, "Hey, man, what you doing? We're supposed to be friends."
Not tonight, bro.
Right, not tonight. But yes, and also make sure, guys, you follow me on all my social media platforms. I am everywhere. Make sure you visit my website. It's Pinky313.com. Shout out again to ZiggyTheBeast for making my website. He did an awesome job, and I can't thank him enough for that. Like, it's been a godsend, heaven sent. Yes. But yeah, we're gonna take off from here. But before we go, I want to show you the Gamer Advantage commercial that we have here.
Media Kits.
Right.
Y'all heard Media Kits.
Yeah.
Do them
now. Do it now. Right, let me show you mine because I keep mine up here.
Yeah, see, look. Y'all heard it from Brendan. Y'all heard it from Brendan.
I haven't.
Media Kits.
Right. Bio, website, numbers, what you play.
Yes. All that.
I'm just
business
glad
email on
Brendan-
the back. Business email on the back.
Right.
Discord ID. Get all of it.
I'm
Right.
just glad Brendan made it. You know, he proved our points that we've been
I'm not
making.
crazy.
I'm not
Right.
crazy. So.
We just not
Right.
talking to be talking, you know. Anywho. But all right, y'all, we out of here. Let me play this commercial for y'all. Good night. Be good. Drink your water. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And I see y'all tomorrow. Bye, friends.